Guess who's back?
Yeah, crush a bit, little bit, roll it up, take a hit, feeling lit, feeling right, 2 a.m. summer night, I don't care, hand on the wheel, driving drunk, I'm doing my thing, rolling the mid beside and now, living my life, getting out drunk. A piece of your heart, a piece of your love, I'm pulling you up to get down, down, down. The way that we touch is never enough, turning you up to get down, down, down. I'm screaming out, fuck that. Put your hands up, put your hands up. Let's give it up.
Now this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me. I said this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me.
And when the night falls, loneliness calls. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel like it with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me.
Last night we let the liquor talk. I can't remember everything we said, but we said it all. You told me that you wish I was somebody you never met. But baby, baby, something's telling me this ain't over yet. No way it was our last night. No way it was our last
I
night.
wanna feel like it with somebody.
No way it was the last night. No way it was our last night.
That motherfucker back there is not real.
Your sky full of stars. It's all you.
With somebody who loves me. So I'll put my faith in something unknown. I'm living on the side of nothing. I'm tired of hope with nothing to hold. I'm living on the side of nothing.
Yeah, bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I beat the tongue dead. Bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I beat the tongue dead.
And it's hard to love, and it's hard to love without giving me such sweet
Better than anything and everything you have done. Bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I beat the tongue dead. Bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I beat the tongue dead.
Take it up. Slow, steady, undress, impress. Take it up. Slow, steady, undress, success.
You got a fast car, and I wanna take it to anywhere. Maybe we make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove.
I ain't proud of all the punches that I've thrown in the name of someone I no longer know. For the shame of being young, drunk and alone. Traffic lights in the transmitter radio.
So I remember when we were driving in your car. Speed so fast, I felt like I was drunk.
Got tired, drunk, got tired for you.
Had a feeling that I belong.
Got tired for you.
success.
Can't you tell that I want you? I say it. I would want myself. Let me please believe it. I'll put you through hell. Just know me, yeah, yeah. So sure of yourself. Baby, don't get greedy. That shit won't end well.
I can't explain. I got a feeling that I can't erase. Just a feeling that I won't leave behind, because it's something that it's on my mind. I guess it goes like na 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 na
I call this cappuccino.
Turn on the light. Turn on the light. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 days a week. Every hour, every minute, every second, you know, night after night, I'll be fucking you for 7 days.
Yeah, man, I need ways. Tell me sucker all day. Someday. Yeah, it hurts to say, but I want you to stay. Sometimes.
Turn on the lights. Turn on the lights. Turn on the lights.
Sunday, bloody Sunday. You're still the one I run to, the one that I belong to. You're still the one I want for life. Still the one. Sunday, bloody Sunday. Sunday, bloody Sunday. You're still the one I kiss goodnight.
Attention Walmart, this is Gail Lewis signing out.
I'm slipping into the lava, and I'm trying to keep from going under. Baby, hold on to push it harder, 'cause I'm burning up for you, baby.
Yeah, but I got another fight. The apple bottom make 'em wanna bite. I just wanna have a good night. I just wanna have a good night. Hold up, if you don't know, now you know. If you broke, then you gotta let him go. You could have anybody, any money, no. 'Cause when you were boss, you could do what you want.
Well, I was sitting, waiting, wishing you believed in superstitions. Then maybe you'd see the signs. Lord knows that this world is cruel, and I ain't the Lord. No, I'm just a fool, and I'm loving somebody. Don't make them love you.
Yeah, 'cause girls is players too. Yeah, 'cause girls is players too.
Must I always be waiting on you?
Yeah, 'cause girls is players too. control. Not like a bird, I'm taking it home. Moving my body like a nympho. When the work is done over, they wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have fun.
Is this sex so good? I shouldn't have to fuck for free. I go on and on. Can't understand how I last so long. I must have the superpowers. Last 223,000 hours. And it's cause I'm off of CC. And I'm off the Hennessy. And like your boy from Compton said, you know this dick ain't free. I got girls that I should've made pay for it. Got girls that I should've made wait for it. I got girls that'll cancel a flight back home. Stay another day for it. You got attitude on nana, yeah. On agua, yeah. Stomach on flat, yeah. On what's that?
When she was just a girl, she expected the world, but it flew away from her reach, so she ran away in her sleep.
Fuck you, me.
Young girl don't want that back calling me splurge. Why me jump right off the curb? Make this man fly like a bird. Spin on the first and the third. Solid, I'm keeping my word. Can't be my equal, I don't know what you heard. Crack up the phone, I swear. Keep me a stupid, they purge. Pour me another drink. Cause I don't wanna feel a thing no more, hell no. I just wanna sip till the pain wears off. Don't wanna think about her, or wear a ring without her. Don't wanna hit the karaoke bar, can't sing without her. So make them drinks strong, cause brother, she's gone. And if I'm ever gonna move on, I'ma need some whiskey glasses. Cause I don't wanna see the truth. She's probably making out on the couch right now with someone new. Yeah, I'ma need some whiskey glasses if I'm gonna make it through. I'ma be single, I'ma need a double shot of that heartbreak blues.
Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Let's spend one minute.
Ain't no love in the jungle. Ain't no, 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 ain't no, no, ain't no love in the jungle. Ain't no, no, no,
I never know through love with me, making one as lovely as she. But isn't she lovely? Made from love.
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos!
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never
shoulder, it goes in time. You begging me to stay till the sun rose. Strange words come on out of a grown man's mouth when his mind's broke.
And it's happened once again. I'll turn to a friend, someone that understands, sees through the master plan. But everybody's gone, and I've been here for too long to face this on my own. Well, I guess this is growing up.
Pictures in passing time, you only smile like that when you drink.
Well, I guess this is growing up.
I wish I didn't, but I do.
Well, I guess this is growing up.
Don't you open up that window. Don't you let out that antidote. Yeah. Popping pills is all we know. In the hills is all we know.
Cause karma is my boyfriend. Karma is a thought. Karma is the breeze in my hair on the weekend. Karma's a relaxing thought. Aren't you envious that for you it's not? Sweet like honey. Karma is a cat. Purring in my lap cause it loves me. Flexing like a goddamn acrobat. Me and karma vibe like that.
Don't go through the front door.
Cause karma is my boyfriend.
It's low key at the night show.
Cause karma is my boyfriend.
So don't you open up that window.
Cause karma is my boyfriend.
Don't you let out that antidote.
If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. I got the rap patrol on the cat patrol. Foes that want to make sure my cash is closed. Rap critics save money, cash holes. I'm from the hood, stupid, what type of facts are those? If you grew up with holes in your zap for toes, you celebrate the minute you was half dope. I'm like, fuck critics, you can kiss my whole asshole. If you don't like the lyrics, you can press fast forward. Got beef with radio if I don't play their show. They don't play my hits, so I don't give a shit. So, rap mags try to use my black ass. So advertise to give them more cash for ads, fuckers. I don't know what you take me as. Don't understand the intelligence that Jay-Z has. I'm from rap, the richest niggas, I ain't dumb. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me.
Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would it be the same if I saw you in heaven? If heaven is anywhere, it's in a blue Tacoma, California. White magnolia in your hair, praise the gold shining on you. Ooh, if heaven is anywhere, it's never running out of golden road. Always having your hand to hold in a blue Tacoma, California.
Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling. And every time we kiss, I swear I can fly. Can't you feel my heartbeat fast? I want this to last. Need you by my side. Cause every time we touch, I feel the static. And every time we kiss, I reach for the sky. Can't you hear my heartbeat slow? I can't let you go. Want you in my life.
I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me. 'Cause I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me.
Could you whisper in my ear the things you wanna feel? I'll give you anything to feel it coming. Do you wake up alone? I wonder where you are. I live with all your thoughts. I wanna wake up where you are. I won't say anything at all. So I trust
I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love from Detroit like a skillet, baby.
Can I take that now?
Man, it feels like I can see the sands on the horizon every time you are not around. Slowly drifting away, wave after wave, wave after wave, slowly drifting.
Even though we're going through it and it makes you feel alone, just know that I would die for you. Baby, I would die for you. Yeah.
If only I could stop the sunrise, we could lay here all night. If only I could learn to freeze time and hold you forever. If only I had one more day, I love you 25/8. If only I could stop the sunrise, we could lay here all night. If only I could learn to freeze time and hold you forever.
Baby, I would die for you. Baby, I would die for you.
Yeah. If only I.
I gotta learn how to love without you. I gotta carry my cross without you. Talking everything that I'm just about to. Figured it out without you. And I'm done sitting on without you. Fuck, I'm going out without you. I'm gonna tear this city down without you. I'm going body inclined without you. Ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby.
If you need me, call me. No matter where you are, no matter how far.
Don't worry, baby.
Just call my name. I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry.
Ooh, this shit be hitting different.
I'm a fucking walking paradox. No, I'm not a Masons with a fucking triceratops. Reptar, rapping as I'm mocking death rock stars. Wearing synthetic wigs made of anwars, dreadlocks, bedrock, harder than a motherfucking Flintstone. Making crack rocks out of pussy nigga fish bones. This nigga Jasper tryna get grown. About 5'7" of this bitch is in my bedroom.
Baby, you my everything. You all I ever wanted. We could do it real big, bigger than you ever done it. You be up on everything. Other hoes ain't never on it. I want this forever. I swear I could spend whatever on it. Cause she hold me down every time I hit up. When I get right, I promise that we gon' live it up. She made me beg for it till she give it up. And I say the same thing every single time.
Well, I'm running down the road trying to loosen my load. I've got 7 women on my mind. 4 that wanna own me, 2 that wanna stone me, 1 so she's a friend of mine.
I say you the fucking best, you the fucking best, you the fucking best, you the fucking best, you the best I ever had, best I ever had, best I ever had, best I ever had.
Take it easy, take it easy.
You the fucking best, you the fucking best, you the fucking best, you the fucking best.
Said my niggas don't dance, they just pull up a pants and do the rock away. Now lean back, lean back, lean back. Come on, I said my niggas don't dance, they just pull up a pants and do the rock away. Come on, now lean back, lean back, lean back, lean back. Come on, lean back.
Escape me. Escape me.
agreement. Contract.
Ladies and gentlemen, testing. I want to make sure everyone can hear me real quick, making sure that we are all set, ready to rock and roll on this absolutely great day. How is, can I ask real quickly, how is the mic today? Obviously, I am in a brand new location outside the studio, obviously still coming at you, giving you 200 out of 100%, making sure we are ready for an absolutely awesome day ahead. Give me a little mic check, making sure everything sounds smooth and crispy, like a brand new biscuit coming out of an oven. Mic is loud as fuck, people are saying. Let me turn it down. How about this? How about is that a good sound right here? We gotta toggle with the settings a little bit. We gotta, again, lift and laugh. Make sure that we're all set here on this day. This should be a little bit better with sounding. A1. Guys, it feels good to be here. I am very excited to make sure that we are all set for a big day ahead. I am very excited to make sure that we are here. We are down south, baby. We are down in Florida. We are down here in the dirty south, ready to get extremely filthy on this day. Oh, man. I'm ready for a big day ahead. I'm excited to see what this day is going to bring us. And we'll see what we get. Deck, this Yeti sounds better than your other one. Hey, if this one sounds better than the other one, we will just use this one for the future. Do I sound good? I hope right now, if I had to say, hey, what do I sound like at this moment? I hope I sound like the lead singer of Aerosmith mixed with Sabrina Carpenter. The new pop girl thing. Espresso. So hopefully, again, we're sounding clean. This is the travel setup right now. Obviously, I don't have the green screen behind me. I have a random closet. But you know what? It's better than nothing. And we're able to bring you, again, the hot alerts, the hot plays. You guys can be able to match my energy every single day. And if you guys are excited on this day, make sure you guys smash that thumbs on up. Hit that thumbs on up right here, right now. Getting yourself excited and getting yourself started on this day. Whoa, baby. Team, let's talk about it all. Let's go into full detail. Be able to break down step by step every single thing we need. I'm ready to go on this day. Now, traders, let's talk about it all. Let's make sure every single trader knows exactly what we need. Now, little heads on up. I am having some issues getting my Cobra open. I think it's just like my password was reset and I just don't have it at this moment. So I'm actually talking to Cobra at this time. So just little heads on up. If I need to, I am going to take like 2 seconds and just talk to Cobra and make sure that we are all set, ready to go. Also, little side note that I want to throw out there. I am on a wireless connection right now. Usually when you're streaming, you always want to have a wired Ethernet cord. If for some reason the stream gets a little glitchy today, that will again end tomorrow. So again, I am on a wireless connection. I'm basically just hoping the wireless connection stays strong. If not, that will be fixed for tomorrow. Little heads on up so that you guys are all set. But obviously every day we're bringing the heat. Every day we're bringing the attention. Every single day we are going to go over everything that you guys need. So let's talk about it all, starting on off right now. Number one, guys, DKI. DKI, this stock has now gone from 30 cents up to $1.90, back on down towards 80 cents. Regardless, I'm not talking about news right now. I'm talking about regardless of news at this moment. I really don't care about it. And the reason why I don't care about this play is because it's not back above $1. It's not near 150. It's not near these old post-market highs. I want to see a stock that is bringing excitement. And when a stock gives back the majority of its gains, it's not as exciting anymore. Let's keep going through this list. What about VHub right here? Well, VHub, we can actually see this one came on up over on Foxrunner, where VHub, 3-star press release, 120% gain, talks about a strategic partnership. So VHub, 3-star press release, talks about former Amazon exec Ian Ramasoon to spearhead nationwide smart store expansion with focus on strategic partnership. Okay, so VHub right here. We are keeping this one on high watch, high alert. VHub is up 120% at this time. It is not saying there is any sort of float. It's showing that the stock has gone from $6 to $14. Very weird looking chart setup. Either this play had some sort of name change, or maybe it had some sort of weird stock split. That, like, because it shows that before the stock was at 5 cents. Then it shows that it was at $40. Now it shows at $14. So there has to be some sort of weird stock split in the past. Something odd like that. You know what I mean? So we want to make sure we are all set here, ready to rock and roll, ready to get ourselves. But VHub is an interesting one. Does have an old Amazon exec now again working with VHub on a strategic partnership. We'll definitely keep that one on watch. So again, DKI, I really don't care for. VHub, interesting. Interesting. We're going to watch that one. CISS. Anything going on with CISS today? Well, the big thing about CISS is how high can this go up to? This could go all the way up towards, we're above the 13 EMA. Room to run up towards around that 1340 mark. That's a lot of room. Right now, CISS having a small little gap up at this time. 1 million in float. Still not crazy hot, but definitely a play that we want to be aware of. Again, I'm starting off my morning right now. I'm starting off my morning. See what play is kind of kicking off this day. SWVL from $1.79 up to $2.61. SWVL trying to get a little bit of momentum as well. Not too shabby. Seems like it's very slow and steady. We're going to see if SWVL can be able to continue to build on these higher lows. And if we can build these higher lows, that's when we have a lot of good attention. So, SWVL, seeing if this play is going to slowly work itself on up. What you could do at this moment, and I would recommend every single person do this, is switch on over to a 1 minute time frame. If you are interested in SWVL, you guys can connect the bottom trend lines, and you guys also can connect the top trend lines, and give yourself a nice little channel. Again, don't make your trading complicated. You don't need to be like, oh, well, what's this weird algorithm and this weird math problem to get this. You don't need that. Just, again, put it in a nice channel. When you come up to the top red line, get ready for shorts, right? If you guys can come on down to the bottom blue line, go ahead and look for a dip buy. Right? So I want to make sure you guys are all set, ready to go over on SWVL. Stock spikes on up, comes back on down, spikes on up, comes back on down, spikes on up, comes on down, spikes on up, comes on down, spikes on up, comes on down. The next dip buy opportunity would be right around that 240 mark. 240 is where, again, there's a lot of good opportunity for a potential dip buy. But right here, traders, I think we are absolutely A-okay, ready to rock. There's nothing that is spiking. There's nothing that's taking on off at this moment. Also, again, Cobra just got back to me. I'm going to answer them real quickly. So I'm trying to get a reset password so I can reset my password so I can log in at Cobra. But for some reason, I'm just not getting one. But once that is all set, I am ready to pull the trigger. Once that is all set, we are all ready for a big day ahead, ready to rock and roll, and ready to see what this day is going to bring us. Guys, you ready to go on this Money Monday? Hey, I'm gonna ask something. Did you guys miss me on Thursday? Did you guys miss me on Friday? Were you guys again? I hope there's two things that were happening. Number one, I hope you guys said, all right, Deck's not here on Thursday and Friday. You know what? I'm going to, again, use what he has taught me to be successful. And I hope you guys were able to use what I taught you. Use, again, Fox Runner. Use Trade Ideas. Use Cobra. And be able to say to yourself, you know what? Let's go ahead and attack. Let's go ahead and do what Deck would do. And at the same time, I want you to strive and be successful independently. But I also hope you guys are like, man, I'm excited for him to come back. I felt alone. I felt naked without Deck. That's what I want a little bit. I want you guys to be able to flap your own wings and run. But I hope, again, you felt a little, hey, I feel a little naked right here. And now I can come and virtually hug your naked body. How does that sound? Everyone close your eyes and imagine that. Actually, don't do that. Let's forget I've ever said that. Okay? Let's move on to something else. We do have a big day. It is 7:39 in the market right here and right now. And let's actually just kind of break this on down from taking a look over on the Fox Runner perspective. Now, what are the best press releases on the day? SWVL. We do have AQST and PLSM. Now, that's pretty cool. Because again, when we take a look at some of these plays, we do have SWVL right here. And then we also do have, though, VHub. VHub is actually up bigger at this moment. So again, VHub is actually up 125%. But again, I think that's like a weird reverse stock split play. And that's maybe why it's not showing on up. But guys, let's see what we do have. Number one, VHub does have a press release talking about a partnership. We have a strategic partnership with an old Amazon exec. All right, we will watch VHub. Other than that, though, we do have SWVL. And the big thing about SWVL right here is, let me bring this on over, is SWVL does have a contract. SWVL 2-star press release, $3 million in float, does have a contract up to $5.5 million in the UAE. All right, traders, contract. One of those good keywords that bring in a lot of hype, that bring in a lot of momentum, that bring in a lot of hype. When you have the word contract, it does, again, what is the contract for? Well, a company's receiving $5.5 million. Obviously, the stock is going to spike. Obviously, the stock is going to rip and run. There's nothing wrong with that, right? DKI, this must have been a press release that came out on Friday, but regardless, unless it gets all the way back above 120, we really don't care about it. VHub, as we already said, does have the strategic partnership with the Amazon exec. And then SWVL, we do have a $5.5 million contract, which is probably the best press release so far today. So SWVL, we want to see if this play is going to be able to work itself on up. We want to see if SWVL is going to be able to squeeze and spike and keep getting a better rip and run. So SWVL, staying alert, staying ready, seeing if this one could get all the way up towards what's our top goal, the 200-day moving average. 200-day moving average is going to be at the price of 330. So 330 is going to be the top target at this time. Now, for anyone who does not know, the main talk of the town recently has been silver and gold. Traders, take a look at what we have been seeing on silver. Silver has gone from 110 down to 75. Traders, look at that dramatic drop on silver. All right. What we are also looking for at this moment is gold. Guys, gold went from, again, 510 to 439. Can someone tell me the one thing that I have been stressing? What is the one thing? I've been stressing one thing about gold. And does anyone know what it is? If you guys have been following me, even for a little bit of time, I've been saying when you come up towards around the price of 500, 500 will always be a strong resistance line. I talk about strong psychological numbers. And you guys can see gold spikes on up to 500 and drops. Just like, again, a great example would be Tesla. TSLA. Tesla, go back over towards a weekly time frame if you need to. And again, goes right up to 500 and it drops. Goes right up to 500 and it drops. Again, gold, shorting this play right around 500. It's back on down to 440. I mean, that is the crazy thing to see. That it's nearly every single time. I mean, even take a look at strategy. Came on up towards around the price of 500. 500 is right here. Came on up to 500. Got a little break of 500. Now it's back down to 139. Guys, that's insane to think about. Gold comes right up towards around the price of 500. Hits 500 and massive drop and massive pullback. Silver comes on up to the price of 100. Massive drop, massive pullback. These are, again, wild things to just be aware of. Wild things to be seeing. That when you guys have these type of moves, when you guys have this type of action, understand, hey, what's the next very big, strong resistance line that's coming on up? And that's usually where we see these sell-offs. 500 is not going to be easy to break. Give me 1 second here. Cobra said they sent me an email, so I'm going to see if it came on through to my junk mail. Let me ask you guys, is spam and junk mail the same thing? It has to be, right? There's no spam folder and junk folder. That's the same thing, right? Spam, junk. Because all I'm trying to do is log in. Come on now. Let me log in. Daddy wants to trade. Daddy wants to trade. Daddy wants to get himself involved. Daddy wants to make some fucking money. This is the only part of traveling I don't like. I don't like when you have everything comfortable back at home. You have, again, every single login set. You just sit down, you open it on up, you're good. And then all of a sudden you travel somewhere after, again, sitting around for a year, and you forget all these damn passwords. All right, here. So, let's see what we could do at this time. I will, again, try to get that all set on up. Regardless, I will make sure that we are all good. And we are going to be watching and waiting for that next big rip and run. Team, today's all about getting ourselves a nice game plan. What do we have here? FUSC. Little heads on up. FUSE trying to get a little momentum. FUSC did just come out with a press release talking about an IBM partnership. So IBM, very big Fortune 500 company, talking about a possible partnership here. And what do we have here? FUSC just came out at 7:45. You guys can see this at the top of Fox Runner here. It says FUSC 3-star press release. Does have right here, FUSC and IBM Platinum Partner in Modular announced a strategic partnership to deliver enterprise AI solutions. So we do have a little bit of a spike here. We do have a little bit of momentum at this moment. This is a good, solid press release. I would definitely say every single trader should be aware of. Again, I always like just kind of checking out these press releases, post them for you guys. But yeah, I was a little bit nervous at first that maybe this was going to say FUSC is using IBM. But no, this is actually, FUSC and IBM are working together. Now, if I was logged in, would I buy this play? Most likely not. I would wait for a spike to maybe like $3 or higher and then look to short it. IBM, FUSC, partnership. So I want to see what I could do here, traders. Now, the goal is, just a little heads on up for every single person. I don't know if you guys saw on my social media, but my goal is $2,000 a day. If I make $2,000 every day this week, I promise you, I am giving away $2,000 to someone that's viewing me right now. Now, if I cannot log in to Cobra today, we're counting that as if I hit 2,000. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm not giving away. We will start it then tomorrow. Whereas it's like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But my goal is $2,000 a day. And if we can hit $2,000 a day, I'm grabbing $2,000 and I'm giving it away to one of you guys. Someone here that's watching, someone here that's supporting, someone here that's, again, showing on up and saying, hey, you know what? I support Deck. I watch every single stream. I have fun. I'm learning. So you know what? I like paying you guys. I like, again, splitting the profits. I like being able to say, hey, you know what? I'm here because you guys are here. So I want to be able to reward you. So let's try to make that happen here. Let's make sure we do everything we possibly can to come out on top. Let's do everything we can to hit this $2,000 per goal day. And at the end of the week, let's pick a person and give away $2,000. I think that's absolutely incredible. I think that's an absolutely amazing, fun goal that we can have on this day. So this stock had a little bit of spike, a little bit of a pullback right now. Guys, 749 in the market. We are absolutely fine. We are absolutely fine. There is not one play at this time that is absolutely going bananas. There is not one play at this moment that's going bonkers. There's not one play at this time that every single trader is kind of jumping in. Let me just check this real quick. All right. We will watch FUSC. Other than that, though, here, traders, we are sitting back and staying smart. We have 10 minutes here. 10 minutes until the 8 o'clock press release wave. And that's when the next possible ripping running is going to happen. Remember, every 15 minutes there is news. But every 30 minutes is going to be the big press release waves. If you guys are a brand new trader, news is going to be released every single morning starting at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. is where there's hype. 7 a.m. is where there's momentum. Everyone take a look at the screen. 7 a.m., 7 a.m., 7 a.m., 7 a.m., SWVL. SWVL does come out with its $5.5 million contract, and that's why SWVL starts spiking and ripping and running right at the time of 7 a.m. So again, SWVL starts ripping, running, spiking. Imagine if you saw this play. Imagine if you had Fox Runner and you guys saw this at 7 a.m. Or even scratch that, saw it at 3 minutes later at 7:03. Or scratch that, saw it 20 minutes later at 7:20. You're still making money. You're still making profits. So again, you guys could see what's happening over here over on SWVL as this stock is still, again, continuously building and moving and climbing and getting higher and higher and higher. So SWVL, this stock is, again, watching to see if this one is going to be able to squeeze and spike and rip and run. But that came out at 7 o'clock. Then as you guys could see, we move up the list. And then at 7:30, we have another press release, VHub. 3-star press release, talks about the Amazon partnership. So now again, we take a look over on VHub, right? You guys come over here. You guys can see VHub. And VHub essentially has this very large, a spike, honestly, from even on Friday. And now is continuously trying to get a little bit of hype there. So there's 7:30. Then we had a little press release at 7:45 over on FUSC. FUSC had a nice, little hype, a little bit of momentum. Talks about a partnership with IBM. So every 15 minutes is essentially when you guys want to be watching this news scanner. Every 15 minutes. Now, it's also very important as well that you guys have your float sent from 0 to 30 million. Because it's not really, I don't really care about plays that are 100 million. If you guys are strictly blue chip traders, then yeah, set it for 30 million and higher. The thing is, Fox Runners is just not to get, let's say, low float runners. I just set it to get low float runners. You could set it to do 50 million and higher in float, and you guys are only get Amazon news, Google news, Tesla news, things like that. So again, depending on how you want to set it on up, I just like getting the top gainers every day. I like being a person, probably like the majority of the way you guys are. I like setting things up so I see the hot news right away on the plays that are going to make me money today. If you guys are watching me, you guys are probably going to be traders that like to make money today. Not make money tomorrow, not make money next week. You want to make that fast money, that crazy money. You want to rip off your shirt and pour a bottle of water on your head. You want to get the heart jumping. You want to make sure you get that little adrenaline rush, you crazy little bastard. I know you. So the thing is, that's how I like to trade every single day. Get a little bit of that craziness and a little bit of that wildness. But right here, team, that means the next press release wave is going to be in the next 7 minutes. And the next 7 minutes is where things can really get exciting for us. Okay? Little heads on up, guys. I am talking to Cobra. Cobra at this time, unfortunately, they try to send me a new link and it's just not going to my email. So they have to contact Wedbush, which is like the DOS platform. And once they, again, contact them, I'll be able to log in. But I won't be able to log in just yet. Now, I will at 8 o'clock, 8:15, 8:30. I will be telling you exactly what I would be trading. I will tell you exactly what I would do, exactly what I would trade if I could pull the trigger right now. Okay? And you know what I also want to do today after we log in? I think it's very important. Would anyone like me to go through, log on to Cobra, and show you guys my live statements? Not just, hey guys, trust me, I made, again, X amount of money. Hey Deck, trust me, I made $10,000 this month. Hey Deck, trust me, I made $15,000 a month. Would anyone like me to log into my live broker statements? Show you, again, every single transaction from the back end of my broker? I think that's transparency at its finest. I think that's true transparency. I think that's the way everyone should do it. Not only should everyone be trading live, not everyone be in real time. Not only should I be telling you exactly what I'm doing in real time, showing you my PLN and order, but let's even add more transparency on top of that. Why don't we just, again, log into our real broker and show our real broker statements and show our real tax statements on what we're going to be sending? I think that's even more transparency. And the thing is, team, I don't want to be like this guy that hypes himself on up, but at the same time, I don't know anyone else that does that. Maybe 1 to 2 other people. And I give those people their flowers. I give those people their respect. to the 1 or 2 other people in the world that actually live trade and do it in real time and show their P&L, and it's not a fake paper trade, and it's not a fake green number, and it's not some sort of random simulator that people are just saying, oh, this guy made $1 million, and it's legit. Hey, shout out to you. That's it. Again, it's me, you, and maybe one other person. So again, I will continue to live trade real money in front of you in real time, showing you every P&L in the real. But I think it's a great tradition that maybe at the end of the month, every month, we log into my live broker and show you guys even more transparency. That's even more important, I think. So we'll do that again later on after we get the Cobra set on up also. Team, I'm built different. They didn't make me how I am. They just found me like this, baby. Let's get ready to go. Smile, hi Deck, will you be trading your one-stop prop account later? Yep, especially if I can't get on Cobra today, I'll definitely be trading the one-stop prop account, making sure that we're still doing some live action, doing some live trades, doing everything we can. So absolutely, gonna be a blast. SWVL. Guys, SWVL, trying to get a little break. Now guys, what's the number one issue real quick? SWVL. The top resistance line is going to be right around 335. When you hit 335, as you just did, that's the 200-day moving average. This is where shorters are going to try to take over. Shorters are going to try to win here over on SWVL. The reason why is you just hit the 200-day moving average. As you hit the 200-day moving average, traders are going to say to themselves, hey guys, time for a sell-off, time for a drop, time for weakness, time for fading, time for, kind of dropping here. So this is the best press release so far. Does have a great press release, does have a great contract, does have, again, $5.5 million. These are the highlighted keywords right here. This is the play that you guys have to be looking at. Lickety split. How's the new crib? Oh, it's pretty solid. Pretty nice. Right now, for anyone that's wondering where I'm currently staying, I'm just, again, staying at a nice little Airbnb. Nothing crazy, nothing wild. It's let me bring it on up. I'll show you guys over on Airbnb right now. So I don't ever want to do anything too wild, too crazy. Just something nice and simple. So right now here, traders, this house is currently on the market at this moment. But I was like, you know what? If I could contact the owner and maybe, again, just be able to stay in this place for a little bit, we'll be all good. So right now, at this moment, I'm actually sitting right here. This is where I'm staying at the moment. So right here, again, I want people to understand, I like to kind of live off like the bare minimum every now and then. So really at this time, this is just me hanging out, just doing something nice and easy, nice and soft. This is basically just like where currently I'm sitting. Currently I'm sitting is right here. And then it's like, hey, Deck, do you really need all these extra rooms? No, I don't need them. But they're inspiring and they're motivating. And the fact that I'm paying $22,000 a night here, it makes me work harder. That's what it's about. $22,000 a night. And it makes me work harder to make sure that I'm able to afford this. Let's get ready for a big day ahead. Huh? Hey, it's like, can we please just focus on the stock market? Jeez. But again, 335 is that strong resistance line. 335, strong resistance over on SWVL at this time. We're going to see if this play is going to be able to continue to spike. We're going to see if this play is going to continue to run. And we are going to see if SWVL is going to be able to break that 335 mark. Now, the thing is, 335, 200-day moving average resistance line. Traders, all eyes over on Foxrunner here. I, again, cannot trade just yet. But I will tell you exactly what I would trade. All right, you guys ready? We are going to be going live here. And right now, we should be having the 8 o'clock news come on through. 8 o'clock news is going to be coming on through any moment, and as it comes on through, we just want to be all set, ready to rock and roll for a big day ahead. So here comes the start of 8 o'clock. Let's just see what we have here. We have expand nuclear. SMTK does have the word nuclear, which could be hot. SMTK, guys, start off right here. SMTK does have, again, expanding nuclear, getting a little bit of a spike. SMTK. So again, nuclear has been a hot word. I would just be aware of that one right now in case that one starts going crazy over on SMTK. What would I do, Deck? I would be looking for shorts if that one ever spiked on up to 160. SMTK, 160, get ready for possible shorts. VTVT, nothing there yet. What about partnership over on AIRJ? AIRJ, nothing there just yet. Everyone stay ready, stay alert. SMTK is by far the best one, guys. I saw, again, the word nuclear, and I was like, you know what? Maybe that could get some hype. Did just spike from 80 cents up to $1.20, now sitting at 99 cents. SMTK, 2-star word, expanding nuclear. So, again, I wouldn't be in on this play right now. I'd only be shorting if it spiked up towards around 160. Let's see if something else can start going crazy. Let's see if something else can go crazy here. SXTP. Guys, SXTP also does have a partnership. SXTP has gone from 450 up to 507. SXTP expands access on its partnership. It's expanding its partnership. It's growing with its partnership. SXTP 200-day moving average is at the price of 640. 640 over on SXTP, high watch and high alert. SXTP, partnership. And then you guys do have the other one. SMTC, I want to say. SMTK. SMTK. Nuclear news. Come on, please. So it's always good, just because if you want to be first, that's what it's all about. It's all about, again, trying to be as quick as you can, trying to be first, trying to jump in on every single stock as quickly as you can to make the most amount of money you possibly can. Big day ahead here, guys. XXTP. So SXTP, guys, with the partnership right here, this is why this one's getting hype. This is why this one's getting momentum. This is why this one's taking on off right now. Over on SXTP, the majority of traders are running over towards this one. Guys, SXTP, what I would do if I were you is I would probably look for shorts starting off at around the price of 640 and add shorts all the way up towards probably 690. That's what I would do. Shorts at 640 up to 690 with a stop loss probably at around 720. That's how I would trade this play. If you are interested, you can keep looking to see if this one's going to keep on spiking. But SXTP does have the majority of the hype, does have the majority of the action. SXTP is where the majority of traders are focused on right here and right now. So SXTP, guys, you guys can clearly see the key words here, right? Here are the key words. SXTP expands access to Araco in good RX partnership. It's just the word partnership. Partnership is what brings in the hype and momentum, right? Did the analyst alerts? Look at this, guys. This is what's so easy about Fox Runner as well, is even if you're not good at finding it right here, there's some sort of team there that just posts all of it the moment it comes on out. So again, the same exact ones I'm talking about. SMTX goes on a spike. And again, you guys can see expands partnership right here. So the two best press releases at this moment are right here. Keeping your eyes peeled over on these plays. Awesome. So I'm just going to grab this. I'm just going to say 2 press releases to watch at 8 a.m. Just going to save this and post this. Guys, what do I always say? I want your life to be simple. I want simplicity in my stock trading. Stock trading is already so complicated. Why again are we making things harder for ourselves? Why not just get the answers? Why do I use trade ideas? Because it gives me the answers. Why do I use Fox Runner? Because it literally gives me the answers. Do you think I want to be able to figure out entries, exits, reading level 2, indicators, charting, and technical analysis, being able to figure out averaging in, getting short locates? Do you think I want to add on top of that? Well, what's the best play of the day? What's the hottest stock of the... I want to avoid that. I want to avoid all that nonsense. So you know what I do? I use scanners that just give me the answers. So I always say that, guys. Invest in, again, some good scanners, and you will have a much easier time making money. I know, again, I am not sitting here and telling every single person, spend hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. I know that's not easy to do. But I'm saying if you are willing to spend, I would say, $100 a month, you could easily make $1,000. That's what it is, guys. It's like, hey, I want to be a great race car driver, but I don't want to spend any money on a strong engine. It's like, unfortunately, you're just not going to win. You might have to spend a little money so that you guys can win races and make even more money. And like, if I didn't have trade ideas, I wouldn't be able to trade that well. If I didn't have Fox Runner, I wouldn't even know where to look. So yes, do I consider myself a great stock trader? Yes, I do. I consider myself knowledgeable, educational. I consider myself profitable. I consider myself a good mentor to others. But there are things I need. I need to have Fox Runner, or I just wouldn't be able to help you guys. I need to have trade ideas, or I wouldn't be able to help you guys. So the thing is, check out the links in my description right now. There are links for all of these so that you guys are all set, ready to go. Hey traders, can I ask you guys a question as well? How's the stream here today? Compared to the stream back at the office at home, where are we up to par? Is the audio good? Do I sound good, or does it sound ugly? How's the crispy video-ness? Are we good? Are we ugly? How's, again, the stream at this moment? Are we good? Are we solid? Is everything flowing and smooth? I want to make sure, because over the next 1 to 2 weeks, we will be here. We will be calling this new place home. So I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys the best experience every single morning. I want you to wake up every single morning and turn over and you hear my voice. I want you to say, good morning, Deck. And I say, good morning to you. And you say, do you want any sort of bacon, eggs this morning? I say, give me all. Give me all the fixings. I'm ready to go on this day. So far, so good. All right, we'll take it. We'll take it. So again, I will say though today, if there is any issues today, just little heads on up. If there are any issues whatsoever today, as in the stream being choppy, that will end tomorrow. Because again, I am not hooked up to an Ethernet cord. It must have gotten damaged on the way down here. I will have a brand new Ethernet cord after today's live stream, so it'll be even smoother tomorrow if there are any issues. Deck, we can see a lot in your reflective sunglasses at this time, more than back at home. That's okay. I'm not looking at anything bad. All right, so it's all right. I'm just looking at a chat room, looking at the chat, looking at the live stream, making sure that we're all good. So all I'm doing is looking at the chat and live stream at this time. Making sure that we're solid. But give me a second here. Gonna blow my nose here. It feels so good. Oh, it feels so good. You know what I will say? Going to a new place, guys. Nothing's better than Airbnb-ing and like going to an Airbnb apartment or going to an Airbnb community or a complex. And all of a sudden you see me jump out of the car, jump out of the truck, start bringing in some computers. And maybe there's that slight chance that maybe a neighbor hears me. And he's just like, what is going on in there? You wake up, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, and you just hear across the distance, across the hallway. Immediately, you grab the kids. You walk the other direction. Immediately, you say, when is that guy leaving? That's the type of statement I like to make whenever I travel. Get the heck off me! Get the hell away from me! I'm dialed, locked in, ready to profit all fucking week. I'm excited. I'm excited, people. We're here to make a statement in Florida. We are here to make a statement. Here to make a name for ourselves. Looking absolutely amazing, if I may add. 10 out of 10 as usual. May I also add, guys, I'm going to turn on the reverse camera here. And again, if you are on a laptop or a desktop, your computer webcam might turn on. And there we go. And now I can see all of you guys. So now I have hacked your computers, and now I'm looking at you guys. And may I add, you guys look absolutely incredible as well today. No, do not put your hands over your webcam. Guys, a lot of people say, Deck, are you really looking through my webcam right now? Most mentors aren't willing to go the extra mile to be able to watch their clients, watch their traders. I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to make sure that you aren't fucking around. Most people, again, say, stop it. I like to say, you're welcome. All right? You're welcome. You're welcome. I go the extra mile for you. I will also add, for legal reasons, that is a joke. I am not looking through your webcam. Okay? Some people, every now and then, you never know, I get a wild email of someone saying, Deck, I love your stock trading, but I was highly disturbed today when you told me you were watching me. Hey, you know what? I like to keep it engaging. I like to, if you are one of those people that just, again, checked out your webcam and actually just put a little piece of duct tape over your webcam while watching me, I like how much you trust me. Okay? But I will say, for legality issues, I personally cannot do that. Or do I even know how? Let's get ready to go. Guys, we got a new contract. JFBR has comes out with news almost every day. So it's almost like it's oversaturated. I really don't ever care about JFBR news. Traders, what we did just have, obviously, is that SMTK, though, spike and dump. Guys, this is why I love shorting. Like, I love shorting so much because it's almost the same exact thing every single day. Can I ask you guys an honest question? Since again, watching my streams, if that's you guys been watching my streams for a week or watching my streams for the past year, how many people here have finally learned that, hey, you know what? Maybe me buying at the top every single day is not the right thing to do. How many people here have slowly converted into actually, being like, hey, either I'm buying right away or I'm shorting? If you take a look over on SXTP, it's the same thing every day. We spike up every single day and we drop on down or shortly after that. It's the same exact thing over on SMTK. We spike up every single morning and we drop on down every single time. It's the same exact thing over on FUSC. We spike on up, we drop on down, and now FUSC is trying to spike its way back on up. But how many people have gotten into the habit of saying, you know what? I lose a lot more whenever I try to buy at the very tippity top. I lose a lot more whenever I buy at the very top area. The old me used to always see news, spike on up, and then once everyone's talking about it, I buy at the very top and lose every single time. I feel like I'm Morpheus. Anyone ever watched The Matrix before? And you know what? You can live in the Matrix out there, just dilly-dallying and just kind of going through the everyday of buying at the very tippity top and losing. But I feel like I've given you that opportunity of taking the red pill. And I'll show you down the rabbit hole. And let's see how far this rabbit hole goes. Taking you to fairyland. And the fairyland is you waking on up and realizing that these plays are absolute garbage. These plays are dog shit. That every single morning they're just going to spike off of hot news and rip and run for about 5 minutes and then dump all the way back on down. And if you can get them at the bottom, hey, then hold them. But as the stock spikes its way back on up, you have a better opportunity of shorting. Right? That's what it comes on down to. When stocks are sub $20 and they have less than 30 million in float, you probably have a 90% chance of winning on the short side. Now, if a stock is in the S&P 500, you probably have a 90% of winning on the long side if you're willing to hold. Remember, guys, I'm not doing anything wild, but take a look at this. Let's just switch on over to a weekly chart. DKI was up towards the price of $15. It's now down at 95 cents. VHub had a reverse stock split. FUSC was at $9, is now at $2. CISS was at 150,000, now at $2. XTKG was at 167, now at 30 cents. AQST This one's kind of just moving more sideways. SWVL was at 150, now at $2. KOLD kind of just moving sideways, but let's go back to a monthly time frame. Monthly time frame was at 200, now at $18. RPGL was at $5, now at 60 cents. What do you guys realize? That all of these plays downtrend. All of these plays fade over time. You have a better chance of shorting, betting they will fall, than you do betting they will go on up. But for whatever reason, people always want to bet that these small plays are going to go on up. Now, yes, I believe that on good plays. Do I short Tesla? Guys, no, I don't short Tesla. I don't short Microsoft. I don't short Google. I don't short Meta. I don't short good, credible companies. I short bad companies that are just up on very quick hype and momentum. I want you to understand my strategy. There's no reason for me to gatekeep my strategy. There is no reason for me to be like, hey, everyone, if you want to learn my strategy, you have to spend $8,000 on a course. There's no reason for that. I would rather, again, so we can all profit together. That's why I'm doing these streams here, people. I'm not asking for anything. I love your support. I love you guys here. I love you guys watching. I love when you guys give it a thumbs on up. I love when I give you guys a like. But the thing is, I'm giving you guys the truth. I'm giving you guys the answers if you guys like it or not. And if you're a person that says, well, I don't like going against plays, that's great. Then stick with the S&P 500. But if you want to make fast, quick money, it's either you are buying plays by watching Fox Runner, and the moment they come on out, you buy them, right? Then you get these rips and runs. But if you are late to the play, guess what? You short it. If you are not first from news, you use the news to know where to short. That's what it comes on down to. So again, use Fox Runner to buy stocks the moment they come on out. Or use Fox Runner to know where everyone's running so you can get ready for a short. Or again, use Fox Runner so that you could be able to look for that possible dip buy if you're a person that's late. But stocks that are, again, sub 30 million in float, that come out with news, 9 out of 10 times are going to spike up big and give everything back. Blue chip stocks are going to spike and slowly go up over time. Get that through your head, and that's when you guys are going to be, again, a better, smarter, safer trader. So I want to make sure you guys know what you guys are on top of, what you guys are looking at, and again, seeing where these big spikes or rips and runs are going to be ready to rock and roll. Oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby. Jose Mercado with a $20 donation today. So Jose Mercado with a $20 donation saying, what's HKD and why are people saying ELPW will be HKD2? Is it just FOMO or should we be buying some? So HKD was a stock that spiked, I want to say 4 years ago. HKD, this was a spiker a while ago. Go back over towards a larger time frame and scroll on back. I want to say this was 4 years ago. I'm going to say 2021. HKD went wild. Let's see if my memory serves me right. 2022. So 2022 HKD, this is a legit spike. This was one of the biggest spikes I've ever seen in my life. HKD went from $31, and yes, guys, it spiked up to $2,500. So this is not an exaggeration at all. If you had a $31,000 account, okay, and you bought 1,000 shares, you could have been able to make over $2.5 million in a week if you held on to HKD. It was one of the biggest spikes I've ever seen. And that's how crazy the stock market is sometimes. That's how wild the stock market can be at times. So to be able to say, oh, people are saying, ELPW is the next HKD. Would I say keep your eyes peeled on ELPW? 100%. But would I say that this is the next, again, HKD? No one can predict that. Also, ELPW just went from, again, the price of $1 to $15, and now it's back on down to the price of $3. So I wouldn't really say it's the next HKD because it's at the price of $3. It gave back nearly 80% of the play. Now, how do you find a new HKD? An HKD play, there's a few things that do happen. Number one, it's a new IPO, which means there is no past chart history pattern. There's no past chart history pattern. There's nothing to slow it down. Number two, they're usually Chinese plays. When you're in China, there's less restrictions. The company is not within the United States. They are not worried about the SEC. There's a lot more scams. There's a lot more pumps. There's a lot more dumps. There's a lot more manipulation. So if you want to find the next type of $2,500 runner, which is extremely rare, maybe happens once a year, maybe once every 2 years, something like that. Those usually happen from new IPOs, and they usually happen from Chinese plays. But I wouldn't say it's ELPW. But I would say, right here, Jose, thank you so much for the $20 donation. Someone says, why are you donating? Again, guys, there is no need to ever donate in any sort of way. But why would someone, again, put a donation over in the YouTube chat? If, again, I give you value. Sometimes I give a stock alert, someone makes $500 and they say, hey, Deck, here's $20. Thank you so much. That's why, again, someone would donate. If, again, I help you with, again, maybe a question you asked, and, again, an answer you've been looking for. I've been searching all over for, again, the internet for this. Oh, thank you so much. Here's a $5 donation. Hey, Deck, you just sent out alert. I just made $1,000. Here's a $100 donation. Whatever it may be. But, again, do not feel obligated in any sort of way. I appreciate all the tips that you guys throw my way. I appreciate all the donations that you guys throw my way. And I appreciate all the support that you guys throw my way. So, again, thank you so much. But again, a lot of times people just donate if either A, I give them a great alert, answer a question, help them on out, and again, helping you guys make money, right? It's like almost, being at a casino. If all of a sudden, you're playing craps and someone's rolling and all of a sudden you make $1,000, you might throw that guy $100 and say, hey, keep it up. Right now here, traders, we want to stay alert. We want to stay ready. I'm staying ready to rock and roll. We got 9 minutes, 9 momentos until our next big press release wave. And again, at 8:30 a.m., we are going to get ourselves ready to go on this day. Jeff, same reason you give a tip at Olive Garden. Absolutely. When I'm at the Olive Garden, and Vanessa is just feeding me breadsticks and salad, she comes on out with a fresh hot chicken parm where it's still boiling on the chicken and the cheese is running on off like a little river. Oh, I tip her good. That's what I do. I'm a great tipper, guys. I sometimes go on an Uber and I just match the same exact Uber drive with, again, the tip. Say, hey, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, Marcus. And he says, hey, thank you so much, Mr. Deckmar. Same time tomorrow. And I say, same time tomorrow. See you then, Marcus. Deckmar Fanboy says, I'm going to donate $20. I want to listen to some good music and I want to see you dance for 1 minute. What am I, a little monkey boy? Okay? I appreciate the donations for, again, stock tips, stock alerts, answering questions. But if you start asking me to do certain dance moves, I ain't your little monkey boy. This ain't a circus. Okay? Hey, can you do the electric cha-cha for $20? What am I, some sort of male stripper? What do you guys want? All right? I would never in my life just go ahead and do the electric cha-cha on camera for $20. That's going to cost you at least $50. Okay? If you want it, you got... Okay. Let's focus on our stock trading. Oh, man. Let's get ready for a day. 8:23, guys. I'll be honest. It feels good to be back. I wasn't live streaming on Thursday. I wasn't live streaming on Friday as I was working my way down south, and I missed it. I kind of like... I can't go more than 4 days without stock trading. I have all this built up energy. I'm like a little puppy if you stuck him down in the basement for like a day or two and he's like, I just need to run outside. I just need to go. You ever just let your dog outside after being, inside for about a day and he just does circles? Just being like, I need to let it out? That's how I am sometimes. I just need to let it out. Is the music a little low? Is that a little better with the music? You guys can hear it a little bit better. Shout out to everyone joining us on this day. Make sure you hit that thumbs on up. Getting yourself excited. Everyone take one moment. Smash that thumbs on up right here and right now. Getting yourself ready for this absolutely awesome day ahead. Awesome week ahead. It is a Money Monday, traders. And we are ready to go. Guys, gold, as it's, dropping back on down. I don't want to be the guy be like, oh, it was so simple. But it was so simple. Gold comes up to $500 natural resistance and just gets the sell-off. It is so simple. Traders, For anyone who does not know, $1 is very strong resistance. $1 is a very strong resistance. $5 is very strong resistance. $10 is very strong resistance. $25 is very strong resistance. $50 is very strong resistance. $100 is very strong resistance. $250 is very strong resistance. $500 is very strong resistance. Gold hits 500, massive sell-off. Resistance is going to be an area where we can have reversals. That's an easy way to think about it. Resistance, reversal, resistance, reversal. Resistance is where you have selling. Do not always look for breakouts at resistance. Look for, again, reversals. $500 hits, you reverse. Tesla, very simple. $500 hits, you reverse. MicroStrategy, guess what? Come on up towards $500, you reverse. Silver, you come up towards, again, the price of $100, you reverse. That's what it's all about. Look for plays, look for opportunities that are going to be around these areas. I would say 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10 is where you see reversals at these marks. Now, there is one. Guys, there's one play that has recently broke out of $500. Does anyone know what play that is? What play has been absolutely on fire, spiking, ripping, running, climbing, doing amazing stuff? And you know what? This play right here is going up even higher. Someone give me the answer right now. What play is that? Starts with an S. Yep, you guys got it. SNDK. SanDisk. Guys, SNDK. This one has gone from $50 to $200 to $400. We came up to $500 and we did break $500, but it didn't break it naturally. It's not like it was spiking on up and all of a sudden broke $500 and it was a great play. What happened on SNDK? SNDK, guys, that one had an earnings report. So the thing is, SNDK, that was an earnings report that kind of blasted. It gave it a reason for people to buy up through it. But now it's starting to come back on down. I would say SNDK is going to work its way back on up towards 600 plus and then start fading and falling. I mean, SNDK, it's not Tesla, it's not Microsoft. This is a play that's a little it's a play that's a little overvalued. I am not opposed if anyone wants to do a put contract or a short on SNDK above 600. You know, you get above 600 and you start looking for a short on SNDK, it could definitely start coming on down in the future. What else do we have here? Guys, AMPX. How many guys, ladies, gentlemen are with me over on AMPX? AMPX, guys, this was a play that, you know, we needed something to happen and we got it to happen. And that was, again, the break of the downtrend. We broke through the downtrend, we broke through $12, and now the next main target is to break through 15. You know, traders, again, I say this humbly. I say this with, I don't ever try to be, I kid around, and I try to be like cocky and funny like that, but in a humble manner. And again, you guys can back me up with this. I have called out Rocket Lab when it was at the price of $11. I found Rocket Lab when it was at $11, and we talked about it, and we went over this and all. And Rocket Lab went from $11 all the way up towards $100. And we found IONQ when it was at the price of $8. And we went over IONQ and we said, hey, IONQ, this is a quantum computing. And it ran up to $80. We've gone over Rocket Lab. We've gone over IONQ. We went over AMD when it was at the price of $112. AMD. And now it's all the way up at $234. I went over BWXT when it was at the price of $117. Now it's at $203. The play that I think, the play that I believe is the next BWXT, AMD, Rocket Lab, IONQ type of mover is going to be AMPX. That is the play that I believe is going to be the next type mover like that. Where if we can start breaking 15, I think it could easily get up to like 30. Now, I'm not sitting here and saying to pump this. I am not doing that. I'm not sitting here and saying, everyone go buy, put your life savings into it. But I will tell you, I am personally invested in AMPX for, again, I've been in on this play since September. So I've been in this play for a while. My entry right now is at 1260. So I'm literally sitting at my entry right now. I'm slightly in the green since September. And I'm just waiting for that $15 break for this thing to go crazy. It's a company with no debt, with a company that has the world's strongest lithium battery that powers drones, powers eVTOLs, power cars, and there's no one better than them in the lithium battery space, which also has to do with rare earth metals. That's the play that I'm looking at. Guys, little heads on up. It is now 8:30. We are about to get hot news, guys. We are about to get hot news. We are about to get hot action. We are about to get hot momentum here. Guys, here we go. All eyes. I will tell you guys, DWTX. DWTX, start with there. It says again, it has a 50% enrollment in phase 2. Now, enrollment is not results, but maybe it can get some hype. DPRO, hold on. Let's see what gets the hype here. DPRO. DPRO did have a partnership press release. DPRO partnership press release. That might get a little bit of ripping and running over on DPRO. Let's just stay ready for that one. What else do we have here? OTH. I want to see if we can find anything big. DPRO might be the best so far. Guys, what do we have right here? We have BBBY. BBBY. Guys, all eyes. BBBY. This is the best one so far. BBBY. Agreement to acquire tokens.com. Guys, this is the best one so far today. BBBY. BBBY. That's the one that you guys want to be looking at. That's the one that you guys want to be focusing on. Agreement to acquire another play. That one is starting to get a little ripping and running and spiking right off the rip here. Is that one getting agreement to acquire tokens.com though? Is that at a certain price? If that's at like $6 per share, it's not going to move off $6 per share, but we are having an agreement to acquire another play. So that one's trying to get a little hype. Let's see if that one can spike more. I didn't read the press release though. If that press release says it's going to acquire at $6.40 per share, it's going to just sit at that price. But again, I know we're looking for hype. I know we're looking for action. I know we're looking for momentum. I know we're looking for that good stuff. So right here, we do have BBBY as the best press release so far. I think D-Pro got a little action. D-Pro, still again a press release that you guys want to be focusing on. I want to read this press release real quick. I want to read this press release and see if that is at a certain price. BBBY, is there a certain price here? Nothing I'm seeing. All right, so this play might be able to continue to spike and rip and run. Whenever you agree to acquire, let's say, tokens.com, why is that good for Bed Bath & Beyond? When you acquire another company or another website, you are now gaining that company's traction. You're now gaining that company's revenue. You are now gaining those companies' connections. You are now gaining that company's partnerships. And that's going to be reflected in the stock's price. So the thing is, Bed Bath & Beyond is now acquiring tokens.com, which means Bed Bath & Beyond has to be able to have some sort of spike to have that reflected in its price. So, quick spike, quick little drop. Still nothing going crazy though just yet. The best press release of today so far is VHub. And VHub was at 7 a.m. this morning, I want to say. Right? Wasn't that at VHub? This was at 7:30 this morning with the Amazon exec with the strategic partnership. AQST and FUSC. AQST, or we also had SWVL. We had, again, FUSC. This was at the time of 7:45. I apologize about a couple little coughs here and there, guys. Whenever I go on a plane, I just feel like, again, I understand it. You got to go on planes to be able to travel around. You got to be able to go on planes to be able to go places. I just hate sitting on a plane. I feel like I'm in just a little germ coffin. I'm just sitting there, and again, the guy 3 aisles up is sneezing and blowing his nose 24/7. There's some baby that's taking little baby shits behind me, and again, it's all floating around in the air. And all of a sudden, I'm just sitting there, just being like, this is great. The guy next to me on the window seat is eating a whole bunch of salt and vinegar chips, wiping his jeans with a whole bunch of oil, and then just blowing his nose and touching the screen. And I'm just sitting there just saying to myself, well, and then next thing you know, 3 days later, Now I'm coughing a little bit. Now I'm blowing my nose a little bit. What's the only solution to this problem, guys? How about we all just get our own little private jet? How about that? How about we all just get our own little private jet section? I get it. Guys, BBBY, trying to get a little hype. Let's get ready for a big day. I'm trying to stay alert, trying to stay ready. Koa saying, hey, Sean, we can't see your level 2. Again, I'm having issues with Cobra today. Little heads on up, guys. At this moment, I cannot get onto my Cobra account. For whatever reason, my password is not working. I have contacted them. They are again contacting DOS Pro, and they're resetting my link. So there is no level 2 right now. I cannot trade at this specific moment. So just a little heads on up. I cannot trade at this specific moment. I cannot, again, pull the trigger at this specific moment. So I am, again, kind of going over everything, making sure that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. But again, nothing that I am doing at this exact moment. All right. Guys, it is currently 9:36 in this market. Give me 2 seconds. I do just want to blow my nose real quick, and we will be ready to rock and roll, going over absolutely everything on this day. Give me 1 second here, traders. Just want to make sure that we're all set. All right. Now, let's get everyone prepared in full capacity. Traders, let's go over absolutely everything. Breaking everything on down, start to finish, making sure that you guys are all set. Guys, little heads on up. I had a Jaifoop saying, hey, in addition to your Cobra, your alignment is off. Trade ideas aren't fully visible. Oh, can you not? Oh, hold on a second, guys. I think I might have... Let me fix that. I apologize. There we go. Is that better, everyone? Thank you for the heads on up. You guys couldn't see my charts before. I just had to slide that down a little bit. I apologize if you guys couldn't see my charts. Now, again, the good news is, you know, we aren't really missing anything. All right, there's no crazy spiking, there's no crazy ripping, there's no crazy running. We can always adjust things. Again, this is the first day working with this setup. Okay. Let's get ready to go. Let's get back into it. Game time, baby. Lolo! Shout out to Lolo. Shout out to Lolo. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you, Lolo. We'll keep it on the low. All right, team. Let's get ready for a big day ahead. Let's get ready for, again, this time, Dick, do you own a house in Florida? No, I do not. I do not own any other property at this time. I have my house in PA, and that is it. I live full-time in Pennsylvania. Guys, anyone who does not know, they call Pennsylvania the Sunshine State. A little north of Philadelphia, aka the Windy City, aka the City of Angels, the Mile High City, the Steel City, Philadelphia. Let's talk about what we got going on here today. Traders, it's time to do our morning prep. How are we going to do our morning prep here? Everyone head on over to Fox Runner, go down to the analyst alerts, and let's scroll on down to the absolute very bottom and get ourselves fully prepared. Now, the way this works, little heads on up traders, is every single day, this is how I get myself fully prepared for the day. Yes, I like to go through all the news, right? I like to go through all the hype. I like to go through all the action. I like to make sure that we are all set. But I like to, again, make sure that if there's anything happening, I'm fully aware of it. No one wants to go into the market and not be aware of a certain stock or a certain trend or certain news that's happening. So, click the Fox Runner Analyst section. And again, go to the very bottom and work your way on up. SpaceX IPO is set to go public in June. Traders, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but this is going to be the biggest IPO in stock market history. Stock market history. This is the largest IPO we have ever seen. This is going to be the biggest, most valuable IPO. I don't even know what price we are going to be opening on up. I heard rumors that we are going to be opening up on a share price over $450. So unfortunately, traders, it's not like you are going to be able to buy SpaceX at $10 per share. You are not going to be able to buy SpaceX at $8 per share. They are going to be opening up over $400 per share. And right now, the estimated date is going to be June 28th. June 28th. Mark it on your calendar. I was thinking about having, if you guys want to come on through, I was thinking about having a SpaceX IPO party. You know how a lot of people are having Super Bowl parties coming on up? Some people have 4th of July parties. I think I'm going to have a SpaceX IPO party. And everyone there has to dress up as an astronaut. You guys have to dress up as a rocket ship. Maybe we'll set that on up. And then we all buy SpaceX IPO shares when we can. Okay, so that's going to be June 28th is the set date right now that this most valuable IPO in human history is going to be coming on out. Now, traders, just take a second here. As we work ourselves up to June 28th, what do you guys think is going to happen? Well, we are going to get a lot of hype. Traders, I bet you in May, we are going to see space stocks start spiking again. I bet you Rocket Lab starts spiking in May. ASTS starts spiking in May. PL, RDW, BKSY, FLY, FJET, LUNR. These plays are all going to start getting hotter and ripper and running in May. Guaranteed. And the thing is, it's because these plays have so much opportunity Day is going to bring us. All right? So the thing is, if all of a sudden, let's say Rocket Lab or all these plays start fading, if we get to like May and it's at $50, get ready for a nice little rip and run, because I bet you we start seeing a lot of squeezing. I bet you we start getting a lot of ripping and running. Here are the current top 20 largest holding by Kathy Woods as well. So if you guys like this list of stocks that have to do with space, you guys can also take a look at this list as well. Right? Rocket Lab is number 1, TER, AVAV, DEA, ACHR. And again, these are all just, has to do with either space in some way or another. All right? Let's make sure that you guys are all set, ready to go. So again, space stocks going to probably get very hot in May. First time ever over the weekend, SpaceX did come out with their new IPO date. The most valuable private companies in the US. So not only are we talking about SpaceX being a private company right now, but these are some other ones to watch out for. Imagine if OpenAI has an IPO. Anthropic has an IPO. XAI, Elon Musk company. Databricks, Stripe, Anduril, Ramp, Ripple, Rippling. These are all, again, private companies that are not available to trade on the stock market that could potentially be having IPOs in the future. So let's make sure that we are fully aware of that. So right now, you're waking on up this morning, you're saying, hey, what are people again talking about? People are talking about the SpaceX IPO in June. Here's a list of space stocks to help you on out. And here's a list of the most valuable private companies that could be having IPOs either this year or next year. What else do we have here, traders? Well, we also have, again, 4 growth stocks with major potential. This is the most talked about on social media. So for anyone who has been living underneath a rock, these are the 4 most talked about stocks on social media. It's good to at least be aware of them. Who here has heard about IREN? IREN, this has to do with data centers, has to do with AI. IREN has gone from around the price of $5 all the way up to $80. Pretty insane play. Definitely could get a lot of traction in the future. We have talked about ASTS, aka a space stock, definitely again in the Rocket Lab world. A lot of people love this play, are extremely dedicated followers to ASTS. ONDS, this is like the #1 drone play. If you guys are interested in drones and thinking the military is going to buy hundreds of millions of drones and this is going to be the next big military tactic, ONDS have to do with fully drones. And then we do have TE, which is going to have to do with energy. Solar, energy, building, be able to supply, if that's supplying electricity to our power grid. Our grid that is so weak that we need so much more power for AI. TE is a company that you might want to look at. So we have a lot of hype. We have a lot of momentum. We have a lot of action. We have a lot of people, again, that we want to stay aware of. BlackRock, most successful ETF breakdown. Traders, if you are a person who's saying, I have a large sum of money, I want to put it in one safe investment. Well, BlackRock, which is one of the most hated / loved / in financial analyst groups, they have this one ETF, SOXX. And over the last 25 years, SOXX has produced a 1,400% return. If you have a very large amount of money, and you're saying, you know what, I don't know what to do, I don't know how to trade, I'm not Sean Deckmar, I just want to put it in a safe investment, something that you can do is put it in an ETF that BlackRock has, or Vanguard has, or Charles Schwab has. And guess what? This one right here, SOXX, is made up of MU, AMD, NVIDIA, AMAT, AVGO, LRCX, KLIC, TXN, ASML. And this has been an absolutely incredible investment over time. So these are things that I want you guys to just be aware of. What else do we have here? We also have the memory super cycle is here. The memory super cycle has driven by AI demand is underway, according to recent Morgan Stanley reports. It's saying top 10 projected profitability ranking in 2027. They are saying from the AI memory super cycle, and you guys may have heard about this before, AI memory, is that an upcoming trend of 2026? But they're saying, again, AI is getting so advanced. It's not only, again, kind of just we're giving it a lot of data, but it's also understanding that data. Not just, again, repeating that data, but remembering it and, again, comprehending it and then putting it out as a real answer. And they're saying Samsung is going to be the most profitable company by 2027, according to Morgan Stanley reports, followed by Google, Apple, Microsoft, NVIDIA, Amazon, Meta, Berkshire Hathaway, JP Morgan Chase. So a little, again, chart right here. What else do we have here? Is copper the new gold rush? Copper is needed for AI to grow. I saw this again, I actually saw these type of tweets, throughout over the last weekend, where I saw this exact article. It says Amazon is buying America's first new copper outlet in more than a decade. That's interesting. Copper is a rare earth metal, aka something that has been going on very big spikes, such as silver, such as gold, such as uranium. And now people are saying, hold on, copper, that's needed for AI. That's needed for power. So now Amazon is buying America's new copper output for more than a decade. That's definitely sparking some interest. Definitely make sure that you guys are aware of that. So we talk about a lot of these hot trends. We talk about space, and we talk about copper, and we talk about memory, AI memory. But what is all the trends of 2026 so far? What are the hottest trends of 2026? Guys, we do have AI data centers. Well, that's IREN. We do have chips, AI chips. That's NVIDIA. We do have power, supplying power for AI data centers. That's going to be BE. We do have defense, aka, again, our military. That's LMT. We have robotics, Amazon, drones, ONDS, space stocks, Rocket Lab, energy storage, ENS, nuclear plays, Oklo, cyber, CrowdStrike, rare earth, MP, critical minerals, FCX, advanced manufacturing, AMKR, crypto, Hood, autonomy, Tesla, So it doesn't matter what trend you like. Hey, Deck, I really like, powering AI. Okay, look at BE. Hey, Deck, I really like robotics. I really like drones. Okay, ONDS. Hey, I really like Space Talks Rocket Lab. This is what I want as you guys being prepared. There should never be someone left in the dark being like, oh, I didn't know space was a hot thing. Oh, I didn't know the IPO of SpaceX was coming out in June. Oh, I didn't know Amazon was buying copper. Oh, I didn't know, again, there were these hot plays of AI memory. I didn't realize that these things were happening. Now, again, this is kind of taking all of those trends and putting them in a chart. So, guys, in 2025 versus 2026, there is a very nice trend right here, or a nice chart right now. That's going over, we have this side, the X and Y axis, saying 2025 full year relative returns and 2026 relative returns. So the best place you can be is somewhere in the top right hand corner, where you have high 2025 returns and you have high 2026 returns. What's in the top right hand corner? What is the best investments so far of 2025 and 2026? What's in the top right hand corner? Space and satellites, AI memory, rare earth, copper, rare earth metals, national interest, AI data centers. Guys, look at this. Focus on the top right hand corner. That means they got a lot of exposure in 2025 and they're remaining to stay hot in 2026. Now, what else are we seeing? What's fading right now? What's in trouble? AI software, expensive software, right? We're seeing small business exposure. We're seeing little things, labor risking, tax refund benefits. Very cool list right here. But what's growing? Defense, uranium, and nuclear. What else are we seeing grow? We're seeing powering up America, aka energy plays, China sales. We're seeing AI semis, semiconductors. So everyone, if you guys haven't, make sure you guys save this chart. Check this on out. Do some studying on this chart. Very cool chart to kind of give yourself an understanding of what's hot right now, what's not hot right now, where are people focused on, aka staying prepared, staying prepped. What else do we have here at this moment, traders? Top 5 defense companies. Defense. Guys, the hottest defense company, and a lot of people in chat have brought this on up, have been KRKNF. Top 5 defense stocks. KRKNF. This is a 5-letter ticker. Usually 5-letter tickers are OTC stocks. I don't think Kraken Robotics is an OTC company. But again, KRKNF. Company has gone from around like 30 cents up to $6. Has been a relatively hot play. Has been moving itself on up. TDY, another play that has gone from around $50 to $620. TER has gone from around $60 to $241. We've seen NOC go from $400 to $692. These defense stocks, defense, military, these are going to be plays that maybe we want to watch. I mean, what is KRKNF? It is a key supplier of high-resolution sonar, sensors, and pressure-tolerant batteries for unmanned underwater vehicles. It leads to dual-use solutions serving defense and offshore energy sectors, with Anduril as a major customer. Anduril. Guys, look at this. Anduril, a major customer. Well, why is KRKF doing so much? Well, let's scroll back on down to the bottom. Let's go back to the very bottom here. What did we learn, as in, what are some of the most private companies that are the most valuable companies? Look at this, guys. We do have Anduril. Anduril, $79 billion most valuable private company. It's number 7 in the world as the most valuable companies we cannot trade. And now you're telling me there's a little tiny penny stock, KRKNF, and their number 1 company is Anduril? Guys, this is how investors get ahead of the mob. This is how investors make big money. This is how people, again, do their research. They go through each one of these potential slides and they start putting pieces together. They learn, they study, they put in prep to figure out what's hot. They know what the trends are. They know where big companies looking. They follow the big money, but again, beat everyone else, aka the retail traders. So, what do we have here? We have the largest gainers yet to date. SNDK. Guys, Bloom Energy. Why does Bloom Energy sound familiar? Why does ASTS sound familiar? Hey, hold on a second. Let's go back on down here for a second. We have, again, the hottest trends of 2026. Power, Bloom Energy, right? We've also talked about what some of the hottest plays. If we just scroll on back here, top 4 growth stocks that are the most talked about on social media. ASTS. So it's like everyone who's in the know knows things. But you got to be able to do the research just to know. And it's like, well, how do I do the research? Literally, the research is done for you right here on Fox Runner. This is all I do. For me to do research, it's about having the right companies, the right scanners, the right equipment, that you get the research given to you. If someone just said, hey, no scanners allowed, no Fox Runner, no trade ideas, no social media, no nothing, figure out what are the best plays. Guys, I'm a caveman with 2 rocks trying to make fire. I have no idea. But when literally all I have to do is wake up and go through this analyst alerts page every single day, I mean, it's going to be pretty simple. If you thought you had a lot of earnings, just wait, guys. We do have a big week of earnings. Today, what is the biggest earnings today? Palantir. Palantir does have the biggest earnings today. That is coming out after the close today. Now, Palantir is in my long-term investments. So I'm actually very excited to see what Palantir does. We do have PayPal. We do have AMD. We do have Uber. We have Eli Lilly. We do have Qualcomm. We have Google. We do have Amazon. We do have IRS Energy. We got some big ones. I'm excited. I am excited to see what we have, to see what's going to be coming on up here. Now, we also see this, guys. This was something that, it's more of like this guy, Source, DeFi Wilmer, says this dump over on silver and gold was by JP Morgan. So basically what it's showing right here is they're showing that JP Morgan had a massive short position. Massive short position by JP Morgan. And once they closed out their short is when silver started moving its way back on up. So the thing is, traders, there's a lot of politicians that are going to have insider trading. There will be politicians that buy $1 million worth of a stock, and then 2 months later, they pass a bill that allows that stock to be able to spike, and they make millions of dollars. Now, at the same time, at least we can be able to view it. At least we can be able to see it. We can go over to the congressional trading page, and we can be able to see every single congressional trader what they're doing. So basically, we cannot stop these people from insider trading. We can't. We can't stop these people from insider trading. But what we can do is at least be able to see what they are insider trading. And that's going to be extremely helpful. Now, with that being stated, it's the same exact thing with, again, like JP Morgan or Charles Schwab. We cannot stop them from, again, doing crazy things such as, you know, being like, oh, they're shorting silver, and once they cover silver. But at least we could be able to see it in their filings. So, pretty wild to be able to see right here. What else do we have here? We've officially entered a commodity super cycle. Global mining stocks, aka rare earth metals, have nearly surged 90% since the start of 2025. Kind of crazy, guys. Take a look at this. Will Bitcoin continue to fall, or is this the best dip entry? What do you guys think right now? Bitcoin lovers out there in the world, all my Bitcoin lovers, is this the perfect dip buy? Are we at the best dip buy opportunity at this moment? We've seen 2014 crash, 2018 crash, 2022 crash, 2020 crash. We have seen 2025 crash. Is right now the best dip buy opportunity? Me personally, I think we're going much lower. I will buy Bitcoin under 40,000. My number this year is 40,000 in Bitcoin in September. Bookmark this, clip this right now. Bitcoin, I think we're going down towards around 37,000 right around September 25th. Clip it, bookmark it, save it. September 25th, I think we are going to be right around 37,000. Don't ask me how I know it. That's what I'm thinking. Sub 40,000 is where I'd pull the trigger. Traders, we do have also a big week coming on up. This week's schedule right here. We do have ISM Manufacturing, Palantir, Jolts Data, a lot of big things coming on up. Now you might say, hey, why? Traders, anyone saying, why are we going, sub 40,000 here? Guys, I've gone over this multiple times in the past. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Let me scroll this on down. There was a post on this on Friday. I believe it was Friday. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Right here, traders. I don't know if you guys have seen this before, but Bitcoin Bitcoin, for anyone who does not know, we have seen every 4 years it finishes the same exact cycle. Traders, I'm going to tell you guys something. Since the existence of Bitcoin, it has done the same exact thing every 4 years. We have a 4-year spike. In 2016, we have a drop. And then we have a 4-year spike. And then, of course, 2018, or excuse me, what do we have here? 2014. 2014, we have a drop. Then 2018, we have a drop. Then 2022, we have a drop. And that would mean 2026, we have a drop. 2014, Bitcoin fell 87%. 2018, Bitcoin fell 84%. 2022, Bitcoin fell 77%. 2026, we should fall around 75%. Just like in 2022, people said, do you guys remember? We went from 76,000 to 14,000. Guys, we had a 77% pullback. We had the same exact thing happen in 2018. And the same exact thing happened in 2014. The same exact thing is most likely going to occur in 2026. Now, if we have a 75% pullback, that's going to be bringing us from our record highs right around from 100 and whatever, 1,000, 110,000 down towards around 37,000. So I am not making up these numbers. I'm literally just telling you exactly what the chart has done. Now, I know if you guys are in Bitcoin and you guys are bullish on Bitcoin, you're saying, no way it's going to happen. Don't tell me that. Don't say that. Guys, all I'm doing is looking at the chart. That's it. All I'm doing is looking at the chart. Let's imagine as if this was the weather. Okay? If we had a hurricane hit September, and the next year a hurricane hit September, and the next year a hurricane hit in September, if I was a betting man, I would say, hey, I bet you $100 a hurricane would hit in September. And if you came to me and you were like, that's the dumbest bet ever. I mean, no, it's not. That's the same exact thing. If we have seen since the history of Bitcoin, okay? So I am not making up these numbers. And you could sit there all you want and you can argue with me and say, well, I love Bitcoin. Guys, you're allowed to love Bitcoin. But again, just follow the chart. You know, I sent this over. I always send like to my group chat. Like I have a friend group in high school that we've been best friends. I have like 15 people in my group chat since high school. And I always send them like different like stock alerts. And I'm like, hey guys, look at this play if you guys are interested. And then my one friend is in crypto. And he goes, Sean, what do you think about Bitcoin in 2026? And I sent him that chart. I said, check out this chart that I got. And I sent him that chart and I said, most likely we're going to fall in 2026. And he goes, if everyone knows this, why don't everyone just sell and buy at 40,000? And the number one issue is ego. You buy it, you buy Bitcoin and you say, well, I never want to sell. Bitcoin's going to $1 million. Yeah, hodl. Okay, diamond hands. Oh yeah, Bitcoin rules. Yeah, let's fucking go. Guys, the thing is, you're allowed to love Bitcoin. But also, again, just realize, patterns, realize charts. You could say to yourself, oh, the S&P 500 is going to go on up. And that's fine. But again, if we just keep hitting record highs, there's a great chance we get a pullback eventually. I like Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin will continue to spike. I think Bitcoin will continue to rise. But I wouldn't be shocked if, again, we fall all the way back on down towards, again, 40,000, as that's what happens every 4 years. Right? It's not like it's that crazy to imagine. So, what else do we have here, guys? We do have what stocks to watch this week. ISM Manufacturing, Palantir, Joltstat on Tuesday. We have jobless claims data, U.S. reports. A lot of good stuff coming on up. A lot of good stuff we're going to keep our eyes peeled on. See where, again, this future is going to be at. And don't worry, we're going to go over everything right now. So now, guys, we are starting to get more into this morning's news. Hey, it is currently 9:04 a.m. Let's start talking about today's plays. We basically just went over everything we need to know for our morning prep. As in morning prep as overall market. We just had a lot of great information. Tons of information over here. Now let's start talking about today's best plays. Let's start talking about today's best stocks. Let's talk about today on what is going to be the best plays that we can look at. Now, we do have VHub. VHub is the top gainer in pre-market. The PR was released on Friday. Begins trading on the NASDAQ under a new ticker symbol, VHub. So VHub used to be a different stock. Changed their name, changed their price, brand new ticker. So this morning, we actually do have VHub As you guys could see, VHub was a stock that was 6 cents. Then again, they were at $40. They then changed their name, changed their stock price. It's now at $11. This one's weird. I really don't see VHub as a 77% gap up. VHub might get a quick morning spike as new traders might think this is a great play. It's just a stock that has been falling and has been bankrupt, and they just changed their name. If anything, VHub is going to be a quick spike and most likely dump back on down. It's going to be a play that maybe buyers jump in on thinking it's something good, and it's really not. So VHub, you guys can see the news that came on out. It says it's starting its new trading journey under a new name at a new price underneath VHub. So guys, if anything, it's just going to trick new traders. People are going to buy it, it's going to spike on up and just come crashing right back on down. What else do we have here? We also have DKI. DKI right here, team, is the #1 top gainer in the stock market with a 212% gain. Now, DKI, you might say to yourself, this play, it's gone from 35 cents to $1.80. That's pretty awesome. But it might not be your favorite. It's not my favorite. I would say if I were you, and you guys like DKI, understand that this play did have an earnings report. This play did have a positive earnings report. The stock is more valuable now after its earnings report than it was over on Friday. But what do you guys realize? Very strong 120 resistance. Very strong support back on down to 70 cents. 70 cent support, 120 resistance. If we do spike on up towards 120, get ready for shorts back on down towards $1. If you crack $1, look for a dip buy back on down to 70 cents. Dip buy, bounce play, dip buy, bounce play, dip buy, dip buy, dip buy. 125, 122, 120, 121. Dip buy, resistance, resistance, resistance. Remember what I always teach you guys. Always trade these plays and stick to the outskirts. Trade these stocks and understand where to be able to get filled. Get filled at strong resistance on the downside. Get filled at strong resistance on the downside. Get filled at strong resistance on the downside. Get filled at an old dip buy, That's where you guys are going to have the best chance of success. Get filled at an area of support for a bounce. Get filled area of support for a bounce. Get filled area of support for a bounce. That's what you guys want to be looking at. That's where you guys want to be trading. But I know it's crazy. I know it's wild. But so many people are saying to themselves this. Stock starts coming back up to 120 and they start buying right here. They say, Deck, I'm looking for the breakout, baby. Traders, if we've been rejected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, you are again playing with fire. Yes, a breakout can and most likely will happen eventually. But a breakout usually happens once after 4, 5, 6 touches. So you're trying to nail the 1 out of 6. Why don't you just try to nail the 5 out of 6? 1 out of 6, you guys have like a 15% chance of nailing it. 5 out of 6, you have about an 85% chance of nailing it. I would rather, again, have an 85% chance of success rather than a 15% chance of success. So what does that mean? That means you have a better chance, obviously, doing what? You have a better chance, obviously, going on the short side here, the short side here, the short side here. You have a better chance of dip buying here, dip buying here, dip buying here. The reason why traders lose the majority of the time is they, again, buy at the top, hoping it goes up higher and it crashes. They buy at the top, hoping it goes up higher and it crashes. Just play the chart. The chart is going to give you the much better answer. So DKI, this play did have reports of 27% revenue growth, positive operating cash flow for the fiscal year of 2025. All right. So we already know, number 1, VHub. We really don't care about this play. New ticker, new stock, new price. If anything, new rookie traders are going to buy it, popping it on up, and most likely it's going to get a big sell-off. VHub, I would bet my money that stock's going to sell on off. DKI, good solid revenue. I would say 70 cent dip buy. Look for reversals at around the price of 125 for shorts. Awesome. HIND. I don't think HIND is spiking too much. Let's just know. HIND, you guys do not need it. HIND, not worth your time. Let's keep going on up. SWVL. This was my favorite press release this morning. So far, SWVL was my favorite press release this morning. Why is that? It has a 5-year contract. 5 years for $5.5 million. So for the next 5 years straight, SWVL is going to be set. You know, when you're trading these very small little stocks, people are nervous about next week. People are excited about next month. What are companies going to be next year? Well, for the next 5 years, they're receiving $5.5 million. That's an absolutely great sense of clarity. So SWVL, this play here, traders, did have a beautiful channel. We have top resistance, back on down. Top resistance, back on down. And guys, this is what I'm referring to. You know, take a look at this. We had a beautiful channel setup over on SWVL. SWVL, where you do have, hey, look at this. Perfect dip buy, perfect dip buy, perfect dip buy, perfect dip buy. You guys can see perfect short, perfect short, perfect short, perfect short, perfect short. But then guess what happened? Eventually, yes, you do get the break. Now, guys, something that maybe you have or have not noticed is it's whenever you get the breakout and then fall back into the channel is usually where you get the sell-off. Does that make sense? So if you ever have a stock that's inside of a channel, you get a breakout and you fall back in the channel, that's usually where you crack on down towards new lows. Now, it's almost opposite if you ever have this, though. If you ever have a stock that's inside of a channel and you crack underneath it and then get back in the channel, that's usually where you spike up towards new highs. It's almost like a rubber band. If you sling yourself back, you propel even more forward. If you, again, pull yourself up, you could possibly drop all the way back on down. So what I always like to do is nail the easy areas. The easy areas here, the easy areas here. Now, if again a stock breaks out and we fall back in a channel, this is a great entry for a sell-off. But if we ever sold off first, that's a great area for, again, a possible breakout. So SWVL, while it's not hot right now, I really like this play. And if this play could ever get back above $3, that's where this one would be hot again. But until it gets back above $3, it's not really worth it. Traders, what was the number one top gainer over on Friday? PHOE. PHOE. Number one top gainer on Friday? PHOE. Yikes-a-roni, guys. What the heck happened here? PHOE, a stock that was halted about 25 times, went from $15, spiked up towards $135. Now it's back on down to 42. Okay, guys, I will make a bet that this stock will get halted again within 2 minutes of going live. I bet you POHE gets halted on the upside right off the rip here after maybe a minute and a half. PHOE, a stock that goes all the way from the price of $16 to $150, people will be looking for a dip buy back on PHOE. And PHOE traders are going to be saying to themselves, oh, let's see if we can spike back up to 75, 80, 90. So high risk, high reward, big halting play. You're most likely only going to be able to get filled 100 shares and the stock is going to get halted. It's not really going to be a play I suggest playing, but if you're a psychopath and didn't take your medicine today, PHOE is where you want to go. If you guys enjoy, again, trading in a straitjacket with a whole bunch of little white foam walls around you, and that's your trading style, hey, I'm not dissing it. Go after it, you absolutely psychopath. All right? So make sure you guys go check that on out. FUSC. FUSC also had a great press release this morning. FUSC announced an IBM partnership. So FUSC IBM Platinum Partnership announced a strategic partnership to deliver enterprise AI solutions. So guys, FUSC here, this play is still trying to hold here slightly. Now, I will say FUSC does have a good, solid, credible press release. I would also say FUSC is a play that it's like, I'm trying to connect the dots here. It's a little ugly, to be honest. Like, let me see if I can connect this better. I would probably connect it like this a little more. Kind of ignore the middle, but let's see what happens. It's not perfect in any way. FUSC does have a partnership with IBM. IBM is a top 500 company in the United States. FUSC is a stock that's $2. If you're a $2 stock and you would now have a partnership with IBM, there is a chance that this play is going to start getting some ripping, running, spiking, climbing. IBM is a play. I believe it was a top gainer here earlier. It's not showing up at this moment, but IBM is definitely a play that I would say every single trader should be on top of, or FUSC, excuse me. FUSC, I was looking for IBM. FUSC is right here. It's up 49% with 11 million in float. So guys, if we're just going over what we know so far, DKI is a play that did have an earnings report. We already went over DKI. This was a stock that did have an earnings report. We went over VHub. VHub is a play that just has a random changing its name, changing its price. We do not care about that. And then we also do have FUSC. FUSC, which is the number 3 top gainer in the stock market, which is having a partnership with IBM. So I know now the number 1, the number 2, the number 3 press release. Let's keep going through this here, traders. What else do we have here coming on up? SMTK did have the word nuclear. SMTK, this one did have a spike this morning and a dump. SMTK, spike and dump. If SMTK can get back above $1, it would still be worth our time, but unfortunately could not hold up its gains. SXTP also had a partnership, but the partnership is with GoodRx. That's not a Fortune 500 company. So SXTP, this was another one that had a very big spike and unfortunately dumped on off because it just wasn't as credible, right? What else do we have here? We had we had AQST and we also had BBBY. Let's see here, AQST. That one's not too bad. Let me see BBBY real quick. And BBY gave too much back. What's AQST at? AQST. What's going on here? Because AQST is a stock now that has gone from $3, ran up to $4.50, and is now sitting at around $4.20. This is a play that if we take a look at AQST, it announces FDA insurance of complete response letter. So we announced that has FDA insurance of complete. Complete is a key word. Completing what? Completing FDA assurance. So when the FDA insures and has complete response to your letter, that's bringing in hype. That's bringing in attention. So now again, we can understand AQST is a good play. Now, guys, if we break down AQST, what do we realize? Everyone follow with me on the chart. AQST, $4 support. AQST right here, $4.50 resistance. Now, you do have minor resistance right around $4.25 as well. So if you guys want to go ahead and break down this chart, make your life as easy as possible, follow along with me right now. You guys can grab this, take a little screenshot, and say to yourself, all right, how do I want to trade this? Well, the way I would trade this is, of course, number 1, what you guys are going to do is realize where support's at. Well, we have old resistance here, which held up as support, which holds up as support, which is holding up as support, which is holding up as support. If you want to look for the best dip buy, $4 is the next dip buy opportunity. Well, where is there going to be trouble? Well, it seems like the trouble at this moment is currently right around $4.25. $4.25 hit and fell. $4.25 hit and fell. $4.25 hit and fell. $4.25 was also support. So $4.25, we got a breakthrough. Now, if we can break through $4.25, we have room to run back up to $4.50, $4.50, and most likely $4.50. So AQST, you have 2 main lines you have to break, $4.25 and $4.50. If I were you, I would look for shorts at $4.25 with a stop loss at around $4.30, and then I would look for another pair of shorts at $4.50 with a stop loss right around $4.60. If you're interested in buying this play, you can look for a dip buy right around $4 with a stop loss right around $3.90. You know what I mean? So, want to make sure you guys understand AQST at this moment. So right now here, traders, just by going through our list, we have gone through DKI. We know that is a good earnings play. We know VHub is a whole bunch of bullshit. We know FUSC is a stock that is a good, credible play, which does have a partnership with IBM. We know AQST is a play that has FDA insurance. Okay, awesome. And this is the beauty of just being able to have the answers for us, going through every single stock, every single move, every single understanding. And now, of course, what's this? IPW, eliminated major cost. Let's see, what's IPW doing? IPW here. IPW, trying to move itself on up as well. So IPW, a little bit of a play, says it receiving $2.3 million. So when you receive $2.3 million, that's where traders are excited. That's where traders are hyped. That's where traders are pumped on up. And they're saying to themselves, hey, I'm receiving $2.3 million. Remember, when you have such a small company, you are just wondering if this company is going to stay alive. Do you guys not realize that 80% of businesses fail within the first 2 years? 80% of businesses fail within the first 2 years. That's a fact. Which is why when you guys take a look at these small plays, what has IPW done? It's gone from $300 to $5. Take a look at what DKI has done. Gone from $10 to $1. Take a look at what FUSC has done. Has gone from $10 to $2. Take a look at what AQST has done. $20 down to $4. Take a look at what XTKG has gone from $1.50 to $29. Take a look at what KOLD has done from, again, $200 down to $18. I know we look at these plays as tickers, as KOLD, but they're companies. And the majority of companies fail. So wouldn't it make sense if we know these are small starting out companies, and we know these companies are most likely not going to survive? There's a better chance shorting them than there is buying them? Absolutely. That's what it comes on down to. That's what it's all about. So I want you guys to really gauge that and understand that on every single one of these plays. So again, IPW, this is a good play here that's saying, hey, they received $2.3 million. There's a chance that IPW might get a little hype here today, because at least it's helping traders have confidence. Now, what's the target here, team? IPW might spike today. And if it does spike, 848 is the 50-day moving average. 848 is the target. So traders, running through this here. Running through this. We know DKI. DKI does have its earnings report. Boom, done. DKI has an earnings report. We will be watching. We will be waiting. We will be understanding that one. VHub is the play we do not care about. FUSC did have a partnership with IBM. AQST right here. This one did have the FDA approval. We also do have, again, IPW, which does have right here probably the best looking play. IPW, a stock that we want to be watching. I'm not sure why IPW is not showing up on trade ideas here, but IPW is a play that I would be looking at and focusing on. I think is a very good stock. IPW is showing up on Fox Runner here. Now, let's go ahead, make sure that we are all set, ready to rock and roll. What are some of the best press releases of today? Ladies and gentlemen, all we have to do is go to the top gainer board, click the see all button right here, and you guys can see these are the best press releases today. VHub, Fuse, AQST, right? We also do have all the best stocks overall today. All the best stocks overall today, right? PBM, DKI, SXTP, VHub, Fuse. I would say, though, probably my favorite play kicking things on off at this moment, it's probably going to be IPW kicking things on off, starting off this party right here. It just seems like it's the most active. It seems like it's the most aware. It seems like it's the play that, again, the majority of traders are focusing on looking at. So I do just want to bring this on over here. Save that, post that. Let's get ready to go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, for the next probably week and a half here, traders, this will be the trading setup. So again, let me know. Number one, can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? Is the audio good? Is the stream good? Is this doable for you guys? Right? Is this doable for you guys for the next week straight? Camera good? Is the audio good? Is the stream rocking and rolling? Please, again, I want to give you guys the best possible stream I can as I'm down here in Florida, avoiding the cold. So again, if this is good, ready to rock and roll, I'm happy with it. Now, I will say one thing. I will say, I do see the settings are not set to 1080 HD. I will set that tonight to be at 1080 HD. Also, I am buying an Ethernet cord to connect. So right now I'm just running on Wi-Fi. I have an Ethernet cord, but it got damaged. So I'm going to go after today's live stream to go get one. So if it's ever choppy at all today, that will not happen tomorrow. But again, this is kind of like my travel setup. I have my laptop here. I have a monitor here. I have this mic that I just bought at Best Buy. So I hope everything sounds good. I hope everything's clarity. I hope everything's good, ready to rock and roll. But is this good? Is this doable? Or is this unacceptable in your eyes for the next few little bit? Looking at ChromaCam, free and does auto. Okay, I'll look at that. Thank you, Reese. ChromaCam. I gotta remember that. Send me an email of that just so I'm all set. Traders, I hope you guys are excited about today. I hope you guys are ready. If you guys are pumped up about today, all I ask is for one thing and one thing only. Guys, I ask for one thing. Guys, and what's that one thing? Smash that thumbs on up. hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, hit that again retweet button, hit that I love you button. Make sure again you guys add me as a friend on Facebook, on MySpace. Make sure you guys add me on Instagram. Make sure you... Let's get ready for a big day ahead. Traders, little heads on up here. 9:26 in the market. We are all set, ready to rock and roll. Let's get our scanners all set on up. Little heads on up here, traders, for every single person. Make sure you guys head on over. Use again. Go on over. You guys can sign on up to, again, this scanner. This is Fox Runner. You guys will be all set, ready to rock and roll. If you guys do sign up to Fox Runner, you guys can go ahead and type in the word Foxy and get 30% off. You guys, again, will be able to download the app, get all the keywords sent to your phone. They are also adding, again, all the analyst alerts to the app and your watch list to the app, which is going to be game-changing. But if you guys, again, Fox Runner, which is my favorite app, make sure you guys go ahead, type in the word Foxy, and you guys will be all set, ready to go. So, again, make sure you guys go download it right now. Even if you guys download the free version, you guys will be all set, ready to rock. But Foxy will give you 30% off and a free 30-day pass. So, make sure you guys go get that. You guys are all set. The link is in the description below as well, so that you guys are all ready to rock and roll on this day. Let me set up my trade idea scanners right now. Set up my trade ideas here. I'm going to have to drag everything over a little bit. Boom. 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 So I'm just getting everything all set up over on my trade ideas right here. And you guys are all set, ready to rock. Guys, as I put here before, you guys can get trade ideas as well. The same exact scanners I have. Same exact scanners, same exact everything right here. You guys can be able to sign on up. Trade ideas, 25% off with code word DECMAR. DEKMAR. Get 25% off. Code word DECMAR. And you guys will be able to get the same exact scanners that I have there. Same exact setup. And you guys will be good to go. So make sure you guys take advantage of that over on Trade Ideas. Now, guys, little heads on up. I, again, at this time, do not have my Cobra broker open. I am having issues logging in, so I cannot, again, be trading at this time. So just a little heads on up. I cannot trade at this moment until my Cobra brokerage gets fixed. Guys, give me a second. I'm going to get a quick drink of water before this day kicks on off. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. It don't matter where we go, the Fiji follow. It don't matter where we go, but the Fiji follow. Ladies and gentlemen, I absolutely love water. I will say, water is delicious. And it's a necessity. It's one of those things that the human body needs. Guys, DKI, getting a little spike. I'm going to help out every single trader. Now, I did make a goal this week, little heads on up. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but I can't say guaranteed, but I am going to do my absolute best here to give away $2,000. Okay? Now, if you guys haven't seen this, let me post this right here. I put this out for everyone. I said, tomorrow I'm back live trading. I hope everyone is ready. We have a $2,000 goal set for every day this week. If I reach this goal, I'm giving away $2,000 to someone who likes this tweet. So traders, every trade this week, our goal is $2,000. Today it's $2,000. Tomorrow it's $2,000. If we can reach this goal, I'm going to take $2,000 and give it away to you guys. Now, I cannot log into Cobra right now because, again, this is my travel setup and I'm having issues. They're, again, trying to figure out what the issue is and they're going to email me. If for some reason I cannot trade this morning doesn't count. We will, again, make it tomorrow. We will count today as success and we will say tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If we can reach $2,000 goals Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, out of the $6,000, I'll take $2,000 and I'm going to give it to one of you guys. Does that sound like a fair deal? So basically what it comes on down to is I need to make $6,000 this week. If I make $6,000 this week, I will take $2,000 and I will give one person here all $2,000. I know some people might be like, hey, no, split it up. Give 10 of us $200. I don't want to do that. I'm going to take one person I see, one person I like, one person who is here, so one person who talks in the chat room, some person that's helping out a lot. And I'm going to say, you know what? You're here every day. You support me. You post in the chat a lot. I recognize your username. You know what? I'm giving you $2,000. I am here because you guys are here. If no one watched the stream, I wouldn't stream. But the fact that you guys wake up every single morning, you guys show so much love to me. How about I start giving away money to you guys? I think that's a good way. I think it's a good way to do it. You guys watch me, I pay you. You watch me, I give you money. Not the other way around, right? Let's make sure, again, we crush it. So let's have some fun. Let's see what we can do on this day. I see a little ELPW action. ELPW. Again, is this one getting halted already? I feel like this is that ELPW stock, the stock that's going to get halted like so many times today. DKI, remember, this one had an earnings report. Came on up towards around 120. We know that was very strong resistance right around 120, and this is where the stock is now starting to turn. So traders, did anyone get a quick little short? DKI, 120, 125 rejection. 120, 125 rejection. 120, 125 rejection. Take a look at FUSC. FUSC does have the IBM partnership. FUSC is one of the best plays, I think, so far. It will have some strong resistance as it comes on up to the price of $275. $275, guys, right now over on display, you're going to have some strong resistance. Now, why is this? $275, old spiking high right here. You also have, again, $277, old spiking high. I would not be surprised if, again, you get some sort of little pullback. Now, if we keep on blasting off, FUSC is where all the hype's at. I cannot trade at this moment, little heads on up. So, again, FUSC, it's having a lot of craziness. It's trying to break and hold 275. If you're shorting right now, have a stop loss at 290. Okay? Short FUSC, stop loss at 290. If you just short at 275, 277, 280, whatever it is, do not allow it to break through 290. You break through 290, get out of that play. FUSC is a live short at this moment, 275. How is IPW doing? IPW is hitting $6, getting a reversal at this moment. Break of $6 is where this stock is going to start getting some hype. I want to see. Let's see where, again, this momentum is going to take us. A DKI, big rejection at 125. FUSC, again, do not allow this break through 290. Shorts are fine right now. Shorts are fine as it falls back on down towards, the VWAP, probably back on down towards around like 240, 245. IPW not doing too much. XTKG, no. RPGL, Traders, we're waiting for the first thing to kind of wake up and make us some money. Now, again, the S&P 500 also trying to get some hype towards it. Now, guys, you know what I'm going to do today? Since I don't have my Cobra account, I am going to log into my one-stop prop account and try to pass the challenge. Okay? So, again, one-stop prop. I'm going to log in over here, try to pass that challenge, and do what we do best. So I'm going to trade my prop firm right now that I can. Let me trade the prop firm live with you guys right now. That'll be a great way for us to be able to get back after it. Shout out to Hunter. Thank you so much for joining us today, buddy. Shout out to you, Hunter. Thank you so much for being here. I'm just trying to log into my one-stop prop account so I can go ahead and start trading that. And we should be all set. We should be ready to rock. Yes, okay. So this is it right here, guys. All right. Here's my one-stop prop account. We do have the S&P 500 slowly moving itself on up. Remember, I did lose $800 on my first trade on a one-stop prop. How do I turn this into dark mode? I want dark mode. There we go. I hate like the white mode. So again, here we go. I did lose 7%. We are again 1 out of 3 trading days, which is fine, but we still got to make 5K. We still haven't made 5K. We have to make $5,000 here. So how can we do that? That's what we got to be able to figure out. That's what we got to be able to do at this moment. How can we make $5,000? So S&P 500 going from 689 up towards around 691. We're having, again, a nice move. Can we trade, just curious, can we trade silver and gold? Can we, again, attack maybe GLD? I just want to see if these are, like, available to trade. If I type in GLD, can I trade gold? Gold Troy? Is that, would that work? Or if I trade, let's just type in, like, silver. Yeah, so silver ounce. So I could trade silver and gold. So I could look to do that if I want to trade, silver and gold and see if those are going to get crazy whatsoever. Now, on a normal day, those really don't move too much. But I would say, I do think gold could probably get back on up towards around like 444. If gold could get back up to 444, 445, I would look for a short right back on down. See if gold could keep getting a little bit of that pop, keep getting a little bit of that move, keep getting a little bit of action, and then probably get a reversal in the near future. I mean, gold right now, if we take a look at this, has been on a pretty steep downtrend. Just again, continue to play the downtrend. That's right around 445. 445, nice gold downtrend. Could be a very strong reversal area. Someone keep me in the loop right there. If you see gold coming on up, GLD coming up towards around that 445 area, that's where we could go ahead and look to be able to short gold and see if that's going to start dropping on down, try to pass. Silver. Silver might get a little pop up towards like 77. Again, silver came on crashing down towards 110, down towards around 74. It's a prop firm day. Let's get ready for some fun. Let's get ready for some action here. Do we have any crazy penny stocks ripping and running, though? Guys, FUSC ain't bad still. FUSC is still trying to stay alive. FUSC, remember, you can short this play, have a stop loss at 290. If you want to say, hey, Dak, I want to short the best top gainer of the day, the stock that most likely has odds of falling, I do not mind. I do not mind. That's a pretty good press release. You're shorting a play, though, as well, that's only up 66%. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, but in the penny stock world, that's really not that much. And also on top of that, FUSC is setting itself up in a small little bull flag pattern. If you're shorting right now at 275, 277, whatever it may be, I like it as long as you have a stop loss at the high of the day. So I would short this play, but I would just have a stop loss at 290. And I would say to myself, you know what? Here's my entry. There's my entry, 275. Stop loss, 15 cents higher. At again, the price of 290. There's no harm, no foul. If it goes from 275, drops on down to 240, you're making some good money. Even with 1,000 shares, you're still making, what, $350? That's awesome. So if you have a $2,500, if you have a $2,750 account, you can make a quick $300 on a short here. And again, you're going to be risking, if you got an entry at 275, $150. You can make 350, you can lose 150. You're basically having a 2-to-1 reward. I like that. So again, not saying that that's a guaranteed win, but I'm saying again, I like the risk and reward if you're looking at it. It's not, there's no amazing play right now. Please do not think there's an amazing play anywhere across the board. Right now, we are watching to see what we can get. I am keeping my eyes peeled on gold for a little spike up towards around 445 before a reversal back on down. I am watching silver. I am watching the S&P 500. Also, traders, guys, what's the cheat code you guys could do tonight? Someone tell me right now, what is the easiest cheat code that you guys could do tonight if you guys are interested? If you are someone who only has, I would say, $200, $300, and you're saying, hey, I want to trade with big money. I want to get funded $50,000. I want to get funded $100,000. What could you honestly do? Well, if you wanted to, and again, I'm not saying you should, but I'm saying if you wanted to, on whatever prop firm you like, whatever which one you like, you could do this. You could say, hey, I want to trade, but I don't have a lot of funds. You could go over and sign up for $50,000 and get funded $50,000. You could get funded $100,000. Let's just say get funded now. And you know what you could do? You could sign on up. You could use the code word DECMAR, get again 15% off, be all set, and you could pay $400 or $300 and you do it twice. And you know what's so crazy about this is tonight you do have Palantir earnings. Palantir is coming out with earnings tonight. And I can guarantee Palantir is going to have movement tonight. Now, what do I mean? Is if you are willing to sign up for a $50,000 account, let's say it's $200, and you buy one account and you buy two accounts, and it says you need to make at least $5,000, and you get a $100,000 account, take one account and just buy Palantir at $355 today, 5 minutes before the closing. Then take the other account and short Palantir 5 minutes before the closing. And one account is going to win and the other account's going to lose. So you are going to sacrifice $200 tonight. You're going to lose $200 tonight. But you are going to win $50,000 on the other account. Does that make sense? So instead of paying $200 to get an account and maybe win or lose, you can spend $400 and you can guarantee, almost guarantee, that you will be getting funded $50,000. This is how a lot of people always pass all their prop firm accounts. So anyone here that's like, oh wow, I follow this guy because he always passes all these prop firm accounts. I like him so much. He's so again cool and he passes prop firm accounts and he's so amazing to me. I really like following him. Guys, it's not that tough to pass a prop firm account. Just buy two of them, buy one, sell the other, and you're going to win every single time you get funded. So for now on, instead of you being like, hey, you know what? I'm going to try to spend money and try to get funded. Oh, I lost. I'm going to spend money and try to get funded. Oh, I lost. I spend money, try to get funded. I lost. The easiest way to do it is just suck it up, purchase two, buy one, sell one. You never lose. That's the way the majority of traders kind of beat the prop firms. And not many people think about that. Most people are like, oh, I never thought about that. You spend, again, $1,000 trying to pass the prop firm, when in general, if you just fork up a little bit more extra money in the beginning, you're always passing, at least get funded, and then all it takes is one good trade and you get payouts. So it's like, you can do that. It's up to you. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just keeping it on the down low, okay? That's your decision. I'm telling you what other people do. So guys, we are again staying ready. We are waiting and watching, kind of seeing where this hype is going to take us on this day. It's going to be a big day. It's going to be a big week in all. We are looking for that one main trade. And guys, look at FUSC now getting the squeeze. FUSC finally getting the squeeze, broke through 290. And this is kind of what I'm talking about with that little bull flag pattern, right? FUSC bull flag pattern is here. There's a nice little squeeze. Remember, I am not in on anything at this time, right? I am not in on anything, but this is pretty cool to be able to recognize and be able to see. I always love going over, again, both sides. I love when buyers win. I love when shorters win. I love, again, when you guys have clarity and understanding. Can you guys, again, clearly see what we are seeing at this moment? For some reason, whenever I'm on my laptop, these colors, always disappear. But what we essentially have at this moment is this little ascending triangle wedge. I like that. I like when we find patterns that we can enjoy and see. So what I would see, and what I'm looking at right now, is yes, you always have a better chance of seeing a stock turn in reverse at resistance. I talk about that all the time. But what are we noticing? We are seeing resistance right here, resistance right here, resistance right here, resistance right here. We are seeing support right here, support right here, support right here. And I would say you do have this higher low setup with, again, strong resistance going across the board. What would you guys say that is? Guys, that's an ascending wedge. Go over to Google right now. Type in ascending wedge pattern over into Google. And again, you guys can just go over to the images. If you guys go over to images on an ascending wedge, you guys are going to see a very nice chart setup. What do we have here? What do we have here? I want to get like a higher low wedge. Ascending wedge pattern. Higher low wedge pattern. Where essentially we have our strong resistance line and the stock gets that breakout. So there's always wedges, guys. Wedges what we're always searching for. You guys can always see, again, when you get these wedge patterns, it's showing, again, the stock is getting squeezes. Just if you guys are a new trader or not, wedges is what you're always looking for because it's all this volume. Just as the most basic way to think about stock trading, wedges is tight, 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 tight. All this volume is getting squeezed in this little tiny area until it explodes. It's the same exact thing. I always think about this, guys, as like, water pressure. If you have a giant lake, okay? If you have a giant lake and this giant lake gets funneled into this little crazy little area, what happens right here? This is where you have crazy whitewater rapids because you have all this water pressure funneling into this little tiny area. It's almost like the same exact thing as, imagine if this was a water balloon, all right? Imagine this was a water balloon and you had some big hands gripping this water balloon right here, and you squeeze the water balloon as hard as you can. All the water gets forced, and maybe it pops and explodes all over here. So the thing is, traders, it's almost like the same exact thing. When you have a stock and you're looking for a potential breakout, and you squeeze tighter and tighter and tighter, boom, that's where you can get that pop. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a buyer or a shorter. Wedges is where you can see explosive moves. So again, just take that how you want it. FUSC. Now, hey, Deck, how much higher can FUSC go? We'll take a look at past chart history pattern. What would you guys say? What would you guys say is the next target over on FUSC? FUSC, next target I see would be this old spiking high. Next old spiking high, 425. Before the big sell-off, before the big gap down, before the big drop, that 425, 430 area was a very strong resistance line where a lot of people are looking at. So FUSC right here, traders, that 425 area is going to be like your next main target, your next main area, as again, you've gotten this nice little wedge pattern, nice little squeeze. So far, that's the best play I'm seeing. Guys, also a little sign out, how's gold doing? Is gold working its way on up? Nope, gold is starting to turn right now. SPY right now, S&P 500, still going. Where's there going to be some strong resistance? Old spiking high of Friday. Look at Friday's old high. Again, when you look at previous highs, that usually holds up as some current resistance. Can everyone realize? Take a look right here. Today, SPY, I bet you we have some trouble right around 694. If you guys take a look, we come on up to 693.75, we reverse. 694, we reverse. 694.20, we reverse. I bet you if we start getting somewhere in the vicinity of 693.50 up towards around 694.20. This is where I think a reversal is going to be. I'm going to grab the prop firm and look to be able to make some trades, guys, over on this thing. So I would like to be able to go, US 500. US 500 on this bad boy. I would short this play with probably about one short entry if we can start crossing into this area. Because I do think this old spiking high is going to be some strong resistance as we spike on up towards around these tops. So I want to see, can we get up towards around the 694 area? Keep on going. Keep on spiking a little bit more. Old spiking high area is definitely going to be tough to be able to break through and continue to run towards. So guys, right here, I'm going to enter. Yes, turn off trade confirmations. I'm going to enter one US 500 short. If it goes up a little bit higher, I'm going to enter a little bit more. But I am going to enter right here over on the US 500 short and see if I can be able to make some money as this one continues to spike and continues to climb. I do think, and what I'm looking for is old spiking high, old spiking high, old spiking high. That's where I'm going to say to myself, oh wait, hold on. That's where, again, we could have some opportunity for, again, a reversal. That's where we can have an opportunity for a little bit of a spike and a drop back on down. So, again, I'm going to be looking for one entry right now over on the US 500 for a short. I would like to see it go a little bit higher towards like 694, add a little bit more, and all I'm looking at is spiking highs from Friday. Spiking high, spiking high, spiking high. Let's Get Weird 78 following now. Hey, thank you so much, Let's Get Weird. I love that name. I'm always down to have a weird time. I'm always down to get a little crazy. I'm always down to get a little wild. I'm always down to, again, get a little bit nuts here. I'm always down to get a little bit more crazy than what we should. So traders, understanding again some past chart history pattern over on this play. We're going to continue to keep our eyes peeled over on the S&P 500, but again, trying to pass that prop firm challenge. Now, again, I want it to go a little bit higher. I actually want to go back in the red for a little bit so I can add 1, 2, 3 more. Guys, little heads on up. DKI is coming on down to 70 cents. If anyone got a dip buy on DKI, that is pre-market low. That is where you're getting a little bit of your dip buy opportunities. FUSC. Anything over on FUSC? FUSC does have the ascending triangle pattern. Remember, room to run. Your target over on FUSC is 425. That's the target over on FUSC. IPW right now, traders. IPW is still trying to, no, IPW gave everything on back. RPGL right now. This stock not doing too much. PAVM, guys, $8 up towards 1071. Target right now would be $14. $14 is going to be a nice target area. You guys can continue to watch. That's a 200-day moving average, about $3 away. PAVM. Any sort of news you guys are seeing on PAVM? PAVM is starting to get a little bit of crazy hype and momentum. Traders, a lot of people might be slowly running on over towards PAVM. Keep your eyes peeled over on that one. PAVM target 200-day moving average 1420 area. So PAVM 200-day moving average. There's nothing right now to kick off my Money Monday that's making me, how do I say this? There's nothing here that is like lubing me up. There's nothing here that makes me want to again take off my shirt. Nothing yet. Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. Don't you think you got out too quickly? You didn't escape me too quickly, guys. I'm watching. I'm here. I'm fired up. I'm so glad to be back. I'm excited to be here. I'm fired up to be able to be watching and waiting. I want to see again where this action is going to take us. I want to see what stocks are going to be breaking on out. Right now, again, I can't be trading my real money account at this moment. Guys, unfortunately, I'm having some login issues over on Cobra, which is my real money account. Now, again, right now at this moment, I am doing my prop firm account just to be able to kind of combat that. But we will be doing real money accounts, obviously, from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday on. But I'm just waiting for an answer back to Cobra on how to be able to reset my password so that we're all set, ready to go. So, trying to get everything good to go. But PAVM is getting a little bit of hype. If you are interested, best shorting opportunity would be right around 1423. Deck, where are you getting 1423 from? Take a look. Hit the 200-day moving average. Guess what happened? You hit the 200-day moving average, you run on up, you touch this high, you get reversed. Right? You come on up. Here's up towards around the 200-day moving average. You get near this area, you reverse. The moving averages, guys, are not anything more than just understanding new resistance lines. Guess what happens? You come up near again the 200-day moving average, you touch it, you reverse. right? Like, that's all the moving averages are. They're nothing more. People are like, what are the moving averages? The moving averages are just to show you where reversals have been in the past. And they show you, yes, the 200-day moving average. Like, look at PAVW right here on a weekly chart. Spike on up, where does it dump at? At the 200-day moving average. So again, that's beautiful. What about VHub? Again, VHub was the ticker name change. I don't think that one's going to do anything today. Again, that's the ticker name change. I don't really think that's going to do anything for us today whatsoever. Again, big thing we got to be aware of tonight is Palantir earnings. Traders, ladies and gentlemen, for anyone who does not know, I am in Palantir for my long-term investments. I have a cost basis at the price of $81. So I do have, I forget what it is. I want to say $20,000, something like that. I'm invested in Palantir. It is a big entry for me, and I am in at the price of $81. So if you guys actually, I will show you right here. If you guys go over to my media, and I can scroll on down. I posted my entire, people always ask me, what are my long-term investments? I posted my biggest long-term investments in a little pie chart to help everyone out. I posted it like 2 weeks ago, so let me scroll on back. I could probably find it real quick. Here it is. So this is my long-term portfolio. This is my long-term portfolio for anyone who does not know. I do have, again, Palantir, which is one of my largest investments, $34,000. And again, this is my, I don't look at this portfolio at all, really, guys. I check on it once every 2 months. So again, this portfolio is my retirement, my long-term investments. So for anyone who wants to check this on out, you can see long-term portfolio. This is what I'm currently in on. Palantir, I do have $34,000 invested at $81 average. NVIDIA, I have $31,000 invested at $144 average. Amazon, I have $27,000 invested at $190 average. Uber, $22,000 at $76 average. Oklo, $16,000 at $52 average. So some of these are great entries. Some of them are not as good. You know, Palantir, $81 entry isn't too shabby whatsoever. NVIDIA, $144 entry. It's slightly up. It's at, $186 right now. So we're hoping, again, we can get a little bit more action there. Amazon is at $190. That's at $242. Uber is at $76. That one's at $80 at this moment. And then again, Oklo is at $52 entry. Oklo right here is at $74. So there's nothing that's too crazy. There's nothing that's too wild right now. But I did get a lot of these entries back in April of last year. I know I've said this before in the past, but again, I literally nailed the best possible entry of April last year. We bought in at the lowest day of the year last year. Now, we got a little lucky. It was the lowest day of the year. We got a little lucky. It was the absolute lowest day of the year. But how I did this, for anyone who does not know, is it's not complicated. All I did on this, for anyone that's just kind of saying, how did you? If you guys take a look on a monthly time frame, the best entry of history on the S&P 500 has always been at the 50-month moving average, aka the blue line. Take a look back in 2016. If you bought next to the 50-month moving average in 2016, you bought at the absolute bottom. If you bought in 2018 next to the 50-month moving average, you bought next to the bottom. If you bought back in 2020 underneath the 50-month moving average, you bought next to the bottom. If you bought in 2022 next to the 50-month moving average, you bought next to the bottom. And again, as we came on down last year we came on down towards, again, 476 or whatever it was. I just pulled the trigger on this day. I said, we're so close to the 50-month moving average, I don't care. And that's when I bought in on a lot of my long-term investments. And then again, I did average up lower, but it's just because I looked at the 50-month moving average. That was it. Nothing more. Just looked at the 50-month moving average, guys. And that was the main thing. So, S&P 500, very nice. Now, traders, we are up currently $440 over on the prop firm. So we are currently up $450, $410 over on the prop firm. Now, if anyone is sitting here and saying, how are you up? How did you know? Like, how did you know, Deck, that all of a sudden, when you purchased this play, betting that the stock was going to fall, it was going to fall right here. Guys, I will be the first one to say I am not a magician. I am not a person that's going to be able to predict the future. I am not a meteorologist. I am an American. Now, with that being stated, what do I want you guys to see? It's not complicated. Didn't we see on Friday we spiked at the price of $6.94 and we dropped? And we spiked up to $6.94 and we dropped? And we spiked up to $6.94 and we dropped? Most likely, somewhere right around the $6.94 area, we're going to spike and drop and spike and drop and spike and drop. And all I did was say, hey guys, let's follow the trend. You have to be, like, you got to follow stereotypes. Okay? That's kind of what it comes on down to. We all know there's stereotypes in the world. And a lot of times those stereotypes are correct. So the thing is, in stock trading, the stereotypes are the same. Hey, we fall, it's 600, we fall. We fall 600 and fall. Hey, we fall 600, same exact thing, fall 600. Don't be like, oh, hey, no, it's going to do something different. No, if you see it happen over and over and over and over and over again, it's most likely going to happen over and over and over and over again. So that's all it is. Right? I'm just doing the same thing over and over. But let's see what we have. Let's see what we do. Let's see what we get. But again, the S&P 500 is just, we have it happen here, we have it happen here, we have it happen here. Hey, there's a stereotype that it's going to fall at 694. Guess what? Don't be the person that says, oh no, it's going to do something different. It's most likely not. Now, yes, it could at some point, but it most likely won't. So that's why we have here. That's what we're continuously watching, waiting, seeing what we have, seeing where this action is going to take us. And again, what I'm referring to, guys, if no one understands my, if you guys don't understand my analogy, I feel like people are taking that the wrong way. That's not what I'm referring to. I'm not referring to anything the wrong way. What I'm referring to, again, is like, if this is kind of what I'm referring to in stereotype world. I'm referring to, the stereotype would be, hey, if a mailman comes to my mailbox, my dog is going to bark, right? Mailman comes to my mailbox, my dog is going to bark. My mailman comes to the mailbox, my dog is going to bark. The mailman comes to my mailbox, the dog is going to bark. If I was a betting man, I would say if the mailman came to my mailbox again, I would say, hey, I bet you $100 my dog is going to bark. Like that's what I'm referring to. That's what my stereotypes are. That's what I'm referring to as understanding the simple things in life. Right? So again, I'm not saying the S&P 500 is going to crash and fall all the way down towards 688. It could easily spike and hit 694 and maybe my dog's sleeping and it doesn't notice the mailman. So again, we are starting to squeeze our way back on up. We're seeing if we're going to be able to spike and keep on going up even higher and higher and higher. So let's see. Right now, we're actually starting to move on up. I'm actually going to take this position. I'm actually going to get out of this right here, guys, with a very small win. Just because it's kind of building back on up. And as it's building back on up, I kind of don't like it. I feel like, you know, if we spiked, we dumped. It's starting to get a little more hype. I would rather just add more if it goes up higher than I expect. Wait for this thing to maybe go up a little higher than I expect. Let's see if this thing can get a little chaotic, get a little crazy. Maybe spike back up towards, again, some stronger resistance lines. I'm going to give it a little time. No reason to force here today. Deck, what do you think about Roma? M-O-M-A. Roma. $2 up towards around $5. $5 strong resistance line. What's the news? You know, obviously, I'm always going to say $5 is going to be a strong resistance line. But what I will be referring to is, again, you know, $5 always strong resistance. But if there is better news that could lead towards, again, the stock breaking out, ripping, and running, then that's going to be absolutely incredible. So I closed my Fox Runner. Is there something on Roma getting this party going a little bit? Roma's starting to go. And again, good alert. Roma here. No news. Is there no news on this play? Obviously, Roma's getting some hype. Roma's getting some momentum. Roma's getting some action here. I would say definitely keep it on watch. Up in the sky like a big piece of pie. Oh, that's a more. That's a Roma. Oh. Appointment of a new director. So sometimes those could definitely get a little hype and momentum. I feel like we've seen like a little bit of like random plays, haven't we? You know, we're seeing Roma get a little bit of hype. Like YJ right now starting to steal a little bit of the hype. You know, YJ going from 180 up towards around 220. I feel like it's a little sporadic. Does anyone else feel like that? Does anyone else feel like there's like a little bit of sporadic moves? Does anyone else feel like it's like this thing spiking, then it dies, then this thing spikes, then it dies? There's not like one go-to play right now. There's not one main winner just yet. There's not one play that every single person is jumping and saying, that's the one. Deck, I like the dog barking to the mailman analogy. Thank you. Yeah, and I mean, a lot of times, guys, I'm just always trying to think of different ways to have you just understand it in a simple sense. That's it. So again, I'm always just trying to think about things in a different way for you guys to just be able to say to yourself, hey, you know what? Like, this makes sense. This is easy. You know, we don't got to overcomplicate our stock trading. If you don't overcomplicate stock trading, a lot of times it's going to be more simple than you think. Give me 2 seconds right here, guys. All right, traders, let's get back to this. Let's kind of, again, let's do a run through. Let's do a complete run through at this morning. DKI. Right now, DKI. Nothing that's too amazing about this play. More sitting back, staying smart. PBM. Traders, PBM is like this play that is going to just be getting halted over and over and over again. It is the number 2 top gainer. FUSC. Watch this one, see if this play gets some hype. Again, FUSC, we were watching and we were saying to ourselves, hey, if this one gets that potential short, what would you guys say right now about FUSC? FUSC, if this play can hold $3, if it can hold $3, I would give it the benefit of the doubt. And what I mean by the benefit of the doubt, what I'm referring to is watching to see if FUSC could ever get another bull flag pattern. We did have this bull flag pattern right here. We did have this big wedge pattern right here. We did get this breakout right here. If, again, FUSC can be able to hold $3 and we start creeping our way back up, there's a chance we get another squeeze. There is a chance that we get another squeeze pattern over on FUSC if this, guys, as I'm speaking about it. As I'm speaking about a potential squeezing and the stock's dropping. Okay, so no entry over there. Not worth it. Not worth your time at this time. RPGL, any sort of thoughts on that one? I mean, again, like there's a couple just stocks that are slowly moving themselves on up. There is nothing right now I truly love. Like, and the way I always think about it, guys, is I always try to get outside my own head. I try to think to myself, what are other people going to buy? Not what am I going to buy? What is the mob, the majority of traders going to buy? What is the stock that every single person saying, I must get involved in right now, I'm missing out? Where is the FOMO at this moment? If there's 100 people trading in the stock market, where is every single person running towards at this time saying, I can't miss it, I got to jump in? Well, I don't see that right now. I see some people, maybe 10 out of 100, are watching DKI to see if that could ever get back above 120. I see maybe 10 out of 100 saying, ooh, you know, PBM halted at this time, let's see what happens here. I see maybe 10 out of 100 saying, ooh, I'm going to watch RPGL to see if this one could break $1. I see 10 out of 100 saying, ooh, maybe FUSC if it can hold and get back above $3. I see 10 out of 100 maybe sporadically somewhere else. There's not that one main mob play right now. There's not the one made majority of buyers. And that's what makes stocks spike. So again, always think about not what you want. You want to play, I get that. But it comes on down to what makes stocks spike and rip and run when everyone else wants to play. There's 100 people right here. If we have option A, B, C, D, and E, guess what? We might get a little spread out. Some people might go to A, some people go to B, some people go to C, some people go to D, some people go to E. Right now, this is kind of what we have. We have, again, a few people at this moment saying, you know what, I want to check out option A, PBM. Some people are saying, oh, I want to check out this option. I want to check out this option. I want to check out this option. That means there's really no power. There's no power for a stock to explode. There's no power for a play to rip and run right now. But if all of a sudden, let's say one stock, starts going crazy. Let's say PBM actually does run up to like $10 here. And everyone says, you know what? C is being insane right now. We could potentially see every single person just say, screw it, I'm going to C. C's where the money's at. Hey, it's Money Monday. I want to trade. And then that's where we see the other plays that are trying to hold on up. The other plays right here that are trying to hold on up, they start losing hype. They start losing attention. They start seeing people sell their shares because everyone is now running over to C because they're trying to make money on the day. Remember, if you're trying to make money on the day, a lot of times you're running over to the play that is probably spiking the highest. Because even as a shorter, I'm going to the play that's spiking the highest so I can make the most amount of money. So I like to be able to trade whatever is moving, whatever is getting the hype, whatever is getting momentum. So right now, PBM, guys, is trying to get some hype. Remember, guys, if you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys smash that thumbs on up. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys are all ready to rock and roll. I'm going to type out a little watch list, though, right now. Let's go watch list. ROMA. Watch list. YJ. Watch list. PBM. Watch list. FUSC. This would be my current watch list as of 10:11 a.m. Obviously, always staying ready, always staying prepared. Guys, we're getting set to see what we can do at this day. Now, obviously, let's go back over to the S&P 500 here. Guys, S&P 500 still trying to get a beautiful climb. Now, guys, S&P 500, this is why I got out of my short position earlier. Let's look for where the next mean resistance line is. Where's the S&P 500 going to have trouble? I mean, guys, we have our record highs all the way up towards around 698. Do I think we're getting up to 698? No. I do think we're going to get up towards around 696.50. 696.50 is the next target, traders, for reversing. So everyone over on, again, your prop firm, I will be looking for a pretty big trade. I'm going to be looking probably for around that, 696.50 area to go ahead, get myself involved, get a little crazy. Let's see if we can get on up towards around 696.50. Anything above 696 is probably a good area to start kind of loading the boat a little bit and start looking for the prop firm. Now, obviously, there's easy ways to pass a prop firm. Just do 2 accounts, buy one, sell the other. You're going to win, especially on like Palantir earnings tonight. But I want to do this right. I want to do it the right way. And what I'm looking for is, I do see right around 696.50, very strong resistance. I don't think we're going to run up towards record highs right here. But I could imagine, we spike on up towards this old spiking high, 696.50. I could imagine we spike up towards this old spiking high. If we scroll back in the past a little bit, what else do we have here? 696.50, this old spiking high. 696.50, this old spiking high. See a lot of old spiking highs right around 695.40. Can we keep on scrolling in the past a little bit? Seems like 696.50 is just a good area. Let's go back to like a 30-minute time frame. Yeah, 60-minute time frame even. 60-minute time frame. Look at this orange line. This orange line, I like the tops right here. 696 or higher. 696 and higher. Start slowly adding some puts. That's what I'm going to do over on the prop firm. And I'm going to go big here. I'm going to go real big. I want to see if we are going to get that reversal. I want to see if we are going to get that fade. I want to see if we are going to start dropping back on down. So if we start breaking 696, I want to start going big on this. And start looking for that reversal, start looking for that fade, start looking for that drop. Obviously, always have a stop loss. Obviously, make sure you're doing things right. If we start breaking 696 though, I think it's time we go ahead, look for a big put contract, try to make a few $1,000s and try to accomplish this prop firm win. Markets are strong though, markets are good. Big green candle today. Absolutely awesome. Getting ourselves right back up towards record highs. That's the other thing I want you guys to understand. We've seen so much fear in the market. People are saying gold's crashing, Bitcoin's crashing, silver's crashing. Oh, we're having again, AI bubble popping. It's like, what are we talking about? For everyone that's having so much fear in the market, what are you talking about? The S&P 500 is literally at the highest it's ever been. Yeah, but again, the AI bubble fear, gold crashing, silver crashing, Bitcoin's falling on down, Trump tariffs, this, that. Guys, we are at the highest level the stock market has ever been. You don't really need to worry that much. So we will continue to watch the SPY right here. I want to see if I can get that 696. Hey, Deck, how's life down in Florida? It's nice. Guys, right now at this moment, it is a smooth, beautiful 45 degrees. It's an absolutely beautiful 45 degrees. And you might be saying to yourself, what the heck? That doesn't seem that great. Well, it is great when back at home is like -1. So someone over in New York right now, someone up in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, how cold is there? Would you rather trade your 1 degree for 45 degrees? I would. So even though it's not like 70 degrees at this moment, I would rather still take 45 than 1 degree. I'll take it. Why not? And I think it's going to get back up in the 60s this week. Yeah, 62 by Wednesday. We're fine. I'll take it. Better than nothing. Right now, guys, it was kind of nuts. I went out yesterday. I played a round of golf on Sunday. It was, I don't know, 45 degrees, 42 degrees. And I went, and the Florida guy was like, "Are you insane?" And I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "It's 45 degrees." And I said, "I'm from Pennsylvania. This is I'm wearing sunblock right now." I told him, I said, "I'm wearing sunblock at this moment." He didn't know what to say to me. I paid for my round. I went on out. I'm doing the same exact thing later on today. It's 45 degrees. I'm wearing sunblock. I got sunburn on my shoulders. Being able to have 45 degrees, it's hot. I'm wearing a t-shirt. Guys, watching for the S&P 500, try to spike and squeeze. Come on. All we need is the S&P 500. 696 or higher. I'm going on a big put contract. Big put contract here. So that's all I want to look at. Peter, are you thinking about doing a meet and greet while you're down in Florida? Well, I might be, again, meeting up with Cobra down in Miami in 3 weeks. So, again, anyone down in Miami, I think Cobra is just going to be doing a rooftop party. So, if anyone is interested, I will be down there. So, that I don't have the details on that yet, but we might be doing like a free pop-up rooftop party with Cobra, my broker, in about 3 weeks down in South Beach, at like the Fountain Blue. So if anyone's interested in that, we might be having a meet and greet, South Beach, Miami, rooftop party. Just come on through, have some fun, have some drinks, have some chicken nuggets, whatever you guys want, and be able to hang on out with the Cobra team, with myself. And again, I don't even think we're charging anything. I think it's just come on through, let's have a good time, have some drinks, eat some chicken nuggets, and, relax. So anyone down in South Beach, that's going to be a good time. I'm excited about that. Guys, let's keep watching the S&P 500. Guys, it is an Danny trades chicken nuggets. Yeah, man, why not? Hey, if you don't want those, we can get you something else. Okay? Maybe get those little tuna tartare. Maybe a little calamari. Something that floats your boat. I'll make it work, Danny. Don't you worry. I'll get you going. Traders, we have gotten up on the S&P 500 up towards around 695.67. I am waiting for the S&P 500 to break 696 for me to enter puts and get myself involved over on this play here. So I want to be able to jump in on this prop firm. I want to win this prop firm here. I just want to beat this prop firm in all reality and just be all good with it. All right, here, traders. I'm still trying to get myself, in on my real money account. I want to make sure I'm trading real money tomorrow, especially in an early pre-market. Now, guys, I will be live every single day this week. Every single day I will be live. Every single day I want to trade big. Every single day I want to go crazy. This week, we are setting high standards. $2,000 goals every single day this week. If we do not reach $2,000 goals, I'm going to be extremely disappointed. We should have some repercussions. Guys, think about right now a live stream punishment that I should do if I do not reach $2,000 daily goals. What is a live stream punishment that I should do? That will, again, not only physically hurt me, but also give me a reminder that I need to be better. Now, I feel like asking the internet that question is a very bad idea. But you know what? We can get creative. We can make things happen. I might be able to get my password here, guys, which will be awesome. I'm talking to Cobra right now, just trying to get everything good. I'm going to give them a call later. Just going to bring this up here for a second. Just because I want to be able to trade with you guys. Alright guys, I might be able to open up my live trading account right now, which is good. I apologize, I've been trying to get this all figured out so I can actually start live trading with you. And right now we're still waiting for the S&P 500 to open on up. Because again, I want to start making some money here, people. Get after it with you guys. Now again, the S&P 500, I still like the 696 area. See if we can be able to pop above 696, be able to get after it. Steven, if you don't make $2,000, you have to shave your head. I don't like that one. You have to shave your beard. I don't like that one either. These are good. These are like more than just fit. Like these last for weeks. These punishments last for weeks, guys. If I shaved my head and shaved my beard, I would look like a big bowl of pancake batter. I would look like you guys physically didn't want to watch the stream because you wouldn't want to look at me. I would look like someone that was terminally ill. I would look like someone that again went on a wrong scientist experiment. I would look like someone that lived in, Chernobyl for the first 8 years of my life. Once we get this all figured out, though, we'll be good. SPY, I know. SPY's getting a little bit of that weaker. I'm looking for, again, the best area of resistance is going to be, I think, 696.50 would be like the best area. 696.50 is what I would be looking for to hammer down some shorts. That's just go back over towards a 60-minute time frame. 60-minute time frame, it just seems like it's right around, and we might be reversing a little bit right here. But it's just like, for me, I see old spiking high 696, 696, 696.25, 696.40, 696.40, 696.50, 695.40, 696.40, 696 on the dot. And you can see we just came on up to 695.60-ish, and now it's starting to fall a little bit. I don't want this to give too much back. It's already starting to fade a little bit, but it's like I'm kind of looking for that orange line right there. All right, guys. I think I actually just got my Cobra account back. We're gonna give this a second. Oh, baby. We might get this. Hold on a second. Things might get broken. Hold on. Uh-oh. Come on! It's still not... I'm going to get this all figured out for tomorrow so that we are all good. I just want to trade my real money. I want to go buck wild with you guys. But you know what? You know what I'm happy about? Not really happy about, but today's a little bit of a slower day. Guys, all attention, all focus over on ROMA. Roma getting a little bit of hype in action. So Roma trying to squeeze its way up towards around $8. Roma at this time getting a little bit of action. How's high is SNDK going? SNDK, guys, this one is still... Yeah, guys, SNDK is a beast. What would you guys say is going to be the top on SNDK? I mean, at this point, SNDK, you know, where would be the craziest short? Craziest short's going to be up near around, like, 850. Like, I would do, like, one of those 875s. You know, the next big wild short on SNDK is going to be probably up towards around like 850, 875. Now, the thing is, I don't want to, I'm not trying to advise anyone to short against SNDK because SNDK is crazy. SNDK is a wild one. This play, though, has now gone from $50 to $200 to $400 to $500 to $600 and now coming up to $700. There will be a mega, massive short on SNDK. There will be. But it just comes on down to where will be that perfect price. Where will be the price that every single person will be saying, it's time to run, it's time to get out, it's time to move on. Like, where is going to be, essentially, take a look at SNDK, and now take a look at silver. Where is the price that every single person says, oh wow, we have now topped out, and we now have given back 50% of silver's gains in 2 days? Where is going to be the price that every single person is going to say, wow, gold has been going insane, and now gold is giving back 50%, or again, gold's giving back less than 50%, but I would say 50% of its gains this year. This year, it's gone from 400 up towards, again, 511, now back down to 428. So it's like, where is that going to be? What is the price going to be? Yeah, same thing with MU, where people are just saying, SNDK is too crazy. I mean, you can even think about it on Palantir. I mean, guys, Palantir definitely went a little too crazy for a while. Palantir ran up towards 205, now back down towards 150. Even NVIDIA went a little crazy. NVIDIA ran up towards, 200, a little pullback, nothing really too crazy, but you guys get what I'm saying. Let's go back to something a little bit more like IONQ. IONQ ran up towards, again, $85, back on down to $38. Maybe even a little bit of Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab ran up to $100, back on down to $75. So what is the price on SNDK that is just getting too crazy? It's just too wild. There will be a price coming up in the future that is just a little too wild. Help about. So SNDK, guys, I mean, if we want to make life-changing money, there will be a life-changing short coming up in the future. If we want to make life-changing money, there will be a life-changing short coming up in the near future. Deck, do you think a lot of people misread this press release on AQSTs? That's why it's still going on up? Complete response letter. I think, yeah. I think, again, a lot of times you see the word FDA, you see the word completes, and people are just saying, oh, it completes an FDA, even though it's not good, right? So I know what you're saying, but yes, I think people are just kind of seeing the word FDA and completes. You're saying, while it's unfortunate we have received a CRL, we believe that we now have clarity. So even though it's bad news, people are playing it like it's good news. AQST could easily spike up towards around $5. That's the main trouble area. $5 is going to be a market where it's going to most likely turn and fall. Also, please understand the 200-day moving average is coming on up. 200-day moving average is at 450. That's going to be some very strong resistance, as you guys know, coming up in the near future. S&P 500, we're still waiting for that 696.50 pop, guys. 696.50 pop, we're going to be getting after it. Guys, if you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. Obviously, I'm here for you. I want to help you guys on out, and I want to see you guys become better and better and better every single day. Right now, all the attention is over on ROMA. So ROMA, the majority of attention. ROMA, guys, where is a strong resistance line? $8.75 and then $10. I believe RMA, Ali, you were the one who alerted this one a little earlier, saying that it does have a new director. So it did assign a brand new director over on RMA. This play does have room to run to $8.75. A little bit of high risk. We know that this play most likely will crash at some point coming up in the near future. And then from there, the stock could easily start fading and falling and dropping back on down. But again, I'm just trying to get my Cobra account locked in for tomorrow, so we're all good. Today, the prop firm trade I want to do is a 696.50 touch and then start fading and falling. But at this moment here, team, I do want to open up the floor. Does anyone at this time have any sort of questions, comments, or concerns? Questions, comments, or concerns to me right now is an absolutely great time to ask. Feel free to ask me what you guys want, and you guys are all set. Now, I will say, there might be a point, and there's usually a few points every single year, that there's like a few make or break trades of my year. Now, I'm not saying, again, one trade makes my entire year or breaks my entire year, but there are a few trades that definitely get me on the right path. Like my best year ever, when I made $552,000 in a year, it wasn't just, again, non-stop like $10,000 trades. There was a couple trades that I made like 40, 50 grand on. SNDK is a potential short that can make me 40, 50, $100,000. I might be taking that trade coming on up. Now, it's not going to be in the 600s. It probably won't even be in the 700s. But there might be a time coming up in the near future, maybe in the next 1 or 2 weeks, that if we start seeing SNDK starts pushing $800, I might be going on a massive short entry. You know, $100,000 short, going and pulling the trigger, grabbing again, you know, a lot of shares on this play, and looking for that reversal back to sub 500 to be able to be that 40, 50, 60 grand trade on that, you know, play here. So, do I love trading penny stocks? Yes, I do. Do I think penny stocks are predictable? Yes, I do. But when I see plays just get overextended, I know, again, they're going to come crashing on down. I mean, even take a look at, like, didn't Bloom Energy do something like that? Now, I mean, it bounced back on up, but Bloom Energy, you know, went from, again, you know, $50, spiked up towards $150, crashed back on down to 75. So it's like these plays, SNDK hasn't had its like 75% pullback yet. The stock essentially has just gone from $50 to $650. Where's the pullback back down to 400? Like, we just haven't had that yet. So it's like, I just want to get you guys excited that I might be making a massive trade coming up in the next two to 3 weeks, where I'm going to wake up every day and I'm putting my full funds into SNDK. It might not be, again, live trading every day. It's going to be more like a GameStop type of thing where we're saying, hey, SNDK, get ready for the short, you know? So, you know, it's something like that could be coming right around the horizon. Just a little heads up for every single person, okay? And that's going to be fun. That's going to be exciting. That's going to be a wild time. Why is Roma relevant? I mean, Roma's relevant because it's moving on up. You know, Roma is a stock that's gone from 2, 4, 6, 8. You know, it's a moneymaker. Remember, I don't play like any biased plays. I trade stocks that are moving. So again, I like to alert plays that can make you money. If that's on the upside or the downside or a potential dip buy, I just want you to be aware of it. Jay, I've been having trouble for some time trying to stay consistent. Any sort of tips? That's a great question. You know, the thing is, a lot of times, you know, traders know these answers. If you're saying I'm having trouble staying consistent, the number one thing you got to ask yourself is why. Why are you having trouble? Most likely, again, I'm going to throw out the most likely answers. Most likely people are not consistent is because they see a stock moving themselves on up, and then guess what? They end up buying. They end up buying the top, hoping that stock goes up a little bit higher, and the stock usually falls on down. Usually, the reason why traders are not consistent is they buy these fast, hot spike stocks, and they're always buying near a top. That's usually number one, which is why I like to short. Reason number two is, again, maybe they are either buying the top, or even maybe they're doing something right. Maybe, again, they're shorting or they're looking for dip buys. But how many people here set a stop loss? How many people here have ever actually bought a play, let's say right here, right? And you actually set a stop loss right here. And you say, you know what? I'll end up losing $100, but if I win, I'll end up winning. Let's go with, okay, if I win, I'm going to end up winning $400. How many people here have their wins? Let's say their wins are only $100, but when they lose $500. So how many people here are buying at the top and consistently losing? How many people are not only when they win though, they only win $100 and when they lose $500? Well, again, set a stop loss. Your most likely consistency issues happen from not having good entries. Remember, traders, find support, find resistance. Short at resistance. Place a stop loss right above it. Dip buy support. Dip buy support. Put a stop loss right underneath it. Avoid anywhere in the middle. If you avoid the middle, you're going to be able to make more money. You either get in at tops for shorts, you get in at bottoms for dip buys. If you stop trying to buy tops, you will win more than you lose. If you stop trying to short bottoms, you will win more than you lose. Remember, team, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but I actually put this out here. I put this out here yesterday. And I'm going to read this to you guys right now. And it came, and what I put out, and I put this out. I want to read this to every single person right now at this moment. It says, and I want you to think how many people either A, this applies to you, or B, you are now saying, oh yeah, that makes sense. It says, I have now been trading for 11 years. These are the major keys all new traders should know. Number one, never short S&P 500 stocks. Going against the top 500 plays of and especially in the Mag 7 is a fool's game. Bull markets last for 3 years. Bear markets last for 6 months. I rarely short top 500 companies in the United States, right? It doesn't make sense. Bear markets are only going to last for 6 months. Bull markets last for 4 years. You will always have better odds shorting these smaller plays rather than buying and hoping they go up higher. If social media is talking about a certain stock or a certain trend, it usually means it's overbought and it's going to come crashing back on down. News is the reason stocks spike. If you want to find the next big spike, you have to have a real-time news feed, aka Fox Runner. 5, day trading moves in opposites. If a stock moves up, you short it. If a stock is down, buy it. 99% of stock traders lose because they don't set stop losses. You are reading this and you still won't set a stop loss. That's pretty funny. Number 7, trading same-day expiration options is a completely degenerate gambling problem where 99% of people are going to lose. Don't listen to people on social media just because they have a large number of followers. Do your due diligence. Number 9, anyone who posts a large P&L with no other proof, aka doing what I do, live stream, live video, live everything. It's a fake trade and they're trying to impress you to buy a course. 10, there are multiple ways to profit in the stock market. Dip buying, shorting, options, earning, swing trading, etc. You do not need to be limited to the one thing that you stink at. 11, most traders quit because they don't see the results they want. This is because they have too little money or don't study at all. Guys, when I think about stock trading, I think of stock trading as being a very premier job. Oh, you're a stock trader, you're a day trader. Oh, that's like being a lawyer. That's like being a doctor. That's like being something that's great. Guys, people again open up a Robinhood account and they're upset they're not winning within 2 weeks. Guys, you go to law school for 8 years. You go to be a doctor for 8 years. Why are you upset you're not a good stock trader in 3 months? Guys, even if you went to the gym, you don't see any results in 3 months. Hey, I want to be skinny. Okay, guess what? You put in the work for 6 months, 9 months, a year. Oh, I did 2 weeks. I'm not seeing any results. I quit. I'm just fat forever. Hey, that's your mindset. You're just, you're just an idiot. Now, number 13, find someone you can trust. Most people are just trying to pump their own plays. 14, you will be paid off your work ethic. If you want to make $1 million, you need to put in $1 million work ethic. These are things that help you become more consistent. These are things that help you become a better trader. So those are things that I want to be able to make sure that you guys are all set. Guys, is the S&P 500 starting to move on up a little bit? S&P 500 almost got there. S&P 500 almost got there, guys. So we are still trying to grind here. S&P 500, I mean, that's 695. I don't know if we're going to get a new pop or not. That 696.50 is kind of what I've been waiting for the past hour. Now, we are coming up towards around 11 o'clock. Hey, are you guys excited for the show all week? Are you guys pumped and ready to go that all week I'm going to be ready to just go? I love it, guys. I love being here with the squad. I love being here with the team. Getting after it day after day, making as much money as we possibly can. I'll make sure, again, we are live going after it with Cobra tomorrow as well. Obviously, again, we're looking to be able to trade this prop firm account and be able to see if, again, 696.50 is going to be that perfect entry. But, again, other than that, though, team, I want to be able to get my live money going. Remember, we have a goal, $2,000 a day. $2,000 a day, I give away $2,000. You guys are here. You guys are hitting that thumbs up. You are hitting that like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you guys are all set, ready to get after it. Hey, thank you so much for all the support. Traders, right now, let me see you guys in chat. If I give away $2,000, who am I giving it away to? Let me, again, start seeing some names in chat. I want to start, again, to get myself all set, ready to go, seeing who's here today. So, again, if you want to win $2,000 this week, I got to start seeing your name in chat. I want to make sure, again, I'm seeing your name, making sure that you guys are here, making sure I'm picking someone that is, again, saying to themselves, oh, hey, Deck, that person's here every day. That person is always, again, commenting. That person's always, again, being active. Mustang, Joyful Journey, Is Callie and Friends, Engineer, Jifoop, Sinister, Nate Trades, Cherryland, Danny Trades. You know, that's what I want. I want to be seeing the people who are the most active here. So I will let you guys know right now. If I give away $2,000, I am not giving it away on a random trivia question. I'm giving it away to a person who is contributing, a person who's always giving that thumbs up, a person who's always commenting, a person who's giving out alerts. So again, step up this week, and we will again pick someone to be able to win it. But again, I gotta do my goal first. I gotta accomplish my goal. I gotta be able to again make some money this week. Jay Saucy, Pi Marron, Cherryland, Max. I like, again, also people that have been here for a long time. Lickety Split. I know Pi Marron's been here for a long time. Ritz has been here for a long time. Daddy, I know you've been here. Daddy's been with me for a long time. Long time. All right, traders. 10:48 in the market. Still watching to see if the SPY is going to get that little pop on up, but it seems like it's getting a little bit weaker. Traders, I really don't feel like we saw any sort of crazy spiker today. We had a little bit of Roma. We had a little bit of PBM. PBM was getting halted and starting to get that drop. JL, HL, again, another just like random halt play. Guys, I'm not going to throw you guys in these weird positions where we see JL, HL, like halt, and then just dumps. I'm not going to throw you guys in PBM. Halt, and then just dump. I just don't feel like those are good plays. You guys are end up going to, just end up hurting yourself jumping in on these type of plays. So I would rather, again, get myself all set up over on Cobra. Let me make sure, again, we're all ready to rock and roll for tomorrow. And let's, again, show up tomorrow, getting ready to trade, ready to make this money, and get ready for a big time ahead. Sound good? Hey, guys, it is an absolute blast to be here every single day with you guys. To be excited, to be motivated, to be absolutely jacked on up with the #1 trading community in the world. I appreciate all the love and support that you guys show, and I hope you guys, again, are here, fired up, ready to go for not only, of course, today, but for tomorrow as well. Traders, I will see everyone back here tomorrow. I want to get my account all set, ready to rock and roll. I want to start trading real funds. I want to start getting after it. But we are live here, down in Florida, for the next week and a half straight, next 2 weeks, and we will be all set, ready to go. Team, show up tomorrow, get yourself excited, and get yourself pumped. It's game time. Help me wrap it on up here, baby. In 3, 2, 1. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you later. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Happy Money Monday. Stay smart today. Let's get ready to rock and roll. Let's have a big giveaway at the end of this week. Let's do it, team.
On and on.
cushion alcohol. I got some damn bitches I can call. What's that? I don't know what I would do without y'all. I'm a ball till the day I fall. I'm on that good cushion alcohol. I got some damn bitches I can call. What's that? I don't know what I would do without y'all. I'm a ball till the day I fall.
I like beer.
Yeah.
Smile like you mean it. Smile like you mean it. Smile like you mean it. I'm a ball till the day I fall.
I know it's hard to admit it that you found love. It's hard to stay in it, but he's better than anyone I've seen you with before. It's true love, don't fake it. You better not, you better not. It's right here, don't waste it. You better not, you better not.
Can we forget about the things I said when I was drunk? I didn't mean to call you that. I can't remember what was said or what you threw at me. Please tell me why. The car is in the front yard and I'm sleeping with the clothes on. Came through the window last night.
You better not. It's true love, don't fake it. You better not, you better not. It's right here, don't waste it. You better not,
Because when the sunshine will shine together, told you I'll be here forever. Said I'll always be your friend. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, ella, eh, eh, eh. Under my umbrella. Ella, ella, eh, eh, eh. Under my umbrella. Ella, ella, eh, eh, eh. Under my umbrella. Ella, ella, eh, 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 eh.
Lifestyle for the rich and the famous. They're always complaining, always complaining. If money is such a problem, well, they got mansions. Think we should rob them. Lifestyle for the rich and the famous. We'll take clothes, cash, cars, and homes. Just stop complaining. If money is such a problem, well, they got mansions. Think we should rob them.
Shake your money maker. Like you were shaking it for some paper. Took your mama 9 months to make ya. Might as well shake